So, Nathaniel, Mario spin-offs is just a part of our society at this point. We all know about them. They just happen to us at this point.
Can't avoid them.
A non-stop swarm of them nearly every year. There may not be a mainline Mario game every year, but damn it, there's always a spin-off at the very least. Most of the time, multiple spin-offs. So I devised a list here. Instead of doing a tier list, I want to do a bracket. A fun little like March Madness style bracket where I compiled a list of a bunch of Mario spin-offs. This isn't every single one.
It's most of them.
Most of the major ones. Like, I included probably half of the Mario parties because it's just like it gets redundant at a certain point.
No Mario Party E?
No.
Oh,
I don't even. Does that even count as a spin-off? That's some weird little card game.
Maybe it counts. I don't know.
I have no idea at this point, man. This is, and like some of the sports games, like I'm just like, just whatever. Just as long as Mario Golf, Mario Tennis are represented with a couple of games, that's all that matters. I made sure to include Mario Clock on DSiWare.
Oh,
that was a big
God.
one.
Thank God.
So the whole thing with these brackets is like you need to order them from like best to worst, then put them into a bracket generator, and then it'll create like a seeded bracket, I guess, where it's, you know, it matches everything up in the most fair way possible because it knows like, okay, number 1 is the best, and you know, number 78, which is what we've gone up to, is the worst here. I pretty much just looked up Mario on Metacritic and just ordered all these spin-offs, and I placed some like that maybe weren't on Metacritic where I think they generally belong. Like Yoshi's Cookie, that's in the 60s. You know, nothing that crazy. But yeah, we have a big bracket of Mario spin-offs here, and I'm definitely really excited to see what the what the best one overall is. Mario Kart Super Circuit was the best one on Metacritic.
Wow.
Got like a 93.
That's one of the best ones for sure out of all these spin-off games we'll be talking about.
We'll see what happens, man. Anything can happen. It's a magical night. Anything's going to happen here. But what were you about to say there?
Oh, no, that was pretty much it.
That Mario Kart Super Circuit's the best game
for
I've
sure
ever played.
The best one. God, it's just so fun.
Oh, man. All right, well, without further ado, let's get started with this bracket here. The first matchup we have is Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix versus Dr. Mario Miracle Cure on the 3DS eShop.
Okay, you know, honestly, this is a hard pick for me. I love me Dr. Mario, but goddamn, Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix is also amazing. Like, it's like a 1-hour game, but the music is so catchy. It is really fun to play and watch Mario do like backflips and watch Bowser do backflips as well. It's really funny. I don't know what I would put as the better game. I mean, I want to say Dance Dance Revolution, but I still think Dr. Mario probably makes more sense to be better.
Dr. Mario Miracle Cure is probably the definitive Dr. Mario game.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
And like, it's nothing that crazy. Like, it's just, like, I think what it did was it added power-ups. And it also kind of includes most of the stuff from the modern Dr. Mario's up to that point. Like, you have the Dr. Luigi modes, you have online. Yep. I think the only major thing that's missing from a game like this is 4-player multiplayer, which was only really a thing in Dr. Mario 64.
And the fact that it's on the 3DS, too, so it is kind of hard to play. And I'm pretty sure it was digital only. I don't remember it being a physical release for this. So it is definitely harder to play this game now. But yeah, I would say probably objectively it's better than DDR Mario Mix, but I definitely have a soft spot for the DDR game.
But DDR Mario Mix is DDR Mario Mix. Like, that is the most unique thing. It's so unique. And Dr. Mario Miracle Cure, at the time of its release, is just another Dr. Mario. It didn't blow anybody's mind. It didn't excite. It didn't do anything really that new other than just be a solid Dr. Mario game.
I mean, there's no dancing in it. There's no revolutionary things in it.
I think Luigi kind of like taps his foot or something. That's the most. That's the most we really got there.
If you count that as dancing. I think we should put DDR Mario Mix. Let's take it to the next one. I don't care what anyone says. I think it's better.
There's other Dr. Marios. There will be more chances for Dr. Mario. Honestly, when it comes to my own personal bias, like, by the time Miracle Cure came out, like, I'm like, okay, cool, I guess. Like I played more of like the WiiWare and DSiWare Dr. Marios. Even though fundamentally those are just like Dr. Mario Miracle Cure, but less and older. But still, Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix is just so funny and cool.
Yeah, I love that game. It's so, like, there will never be a Mario spin-off game like that ever again.
I think that's definitely more interesting to whip out these days. And it's still
Oh,
Dance Dance
100%.
Revolution. DDR is fun, you know? So it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
This is a funny matchup here. Mario Party 6 versus Mario Kart Tour.
I mean, obviously, Mario Party. Like,
Yeah.
Mario Kart Tour, look, it has its space. I think there are parts of it that are fine, but it's no longer getting new content. They're just reusing the old stuff. You know, it's got its microtransactions and things like that. It's a phone game, so, like, it's fine for what it is, but, like, you know, Mario Party 6, way more timeless. It's actually probably my favorite GameCube Mario Party game out of the 4.
Yeah, I would say it's the best one. It has the
Yeah.
most going for it, I think. Like, you have the day and night gimmick of that game.
The mini games.
Yeah, you have the microphone. You have a great supply of boards. And the day and night mechanic actually is like a huge, really cool... there's a huge attention to detail they have with it, where it's like, even in the mini games, depending on what time of day it is, the mini games change too. So,
Yeah.
I think this was kind of Mario Party at its peak during the GameCube era.
It's one of the best.
Mario Kart Tour is okay. I think
It's fine.
You can hate on it, you can love it, you know, and I think you're completely valid on either end of that. But I think Mario Party 6 is probably one of the best Mario Parties. I'd at least put it in like the top 3, to be honest.
Yeah, I would say, like, I mean, for me, I'll always have a nostalgia bias over the N64 ones. But, like, objectively, Mario Party 6 is definitely, like, top 3 or top 5 material, for sure.
Yeah, and Mario Kart Tour is bottom 3 or bottom 5 material.
Yeah.
For sure.
It is just fine. We'll leave it in the dust. It is what it is.
It has some redeeming elements. It has some cool things about it, you know, that you look at. The problem with Mario Kart Tour is all the best elements of it, you kind of look at and go, oh, why isn't that in a better Mario Kart game?
Yeah,
you know?
right?
So,
Yep.
you know. Next up, Yoshi's Island DS versus Dr. Mario World. Dr. Mario World, you can't even play anymore.
Yeah, I mean, look, Yoshi's Island DS obviously should win this one, but that's not the best game either. Like, it's fine. I don't mind Yoshi's Island DS. I think, like, the end of the game gets really kind of convoluted because you're constantly swapping the babies out to get places, and there's, like, a lot of... I think, like, from what I can remember, I think you can only jump when you have Dr. Mario in your party. And you can only swap characters at certain points while you're playing. You can't swap on the fly, which is really annoying. There's a lot of parts of the game I just don't really like, but also Dr. Mario World isn't even Dr. Mario. Like, it's just not. At its core, it's a completely different game.
It's like Dr. Mario flipped upside down and slowed down to be as Candy Crush-like as possible, and it isn't Candy Crush, but, like, it feels like when Dr. Mario World was announced, I was like, oh, that's going to be great. You know, being able to play Dr. Mario on my phone when I'm waiting around, all of that stuff, that should be fun. But, like, to me, it's like Dr. Mario is supposed to be more like Tetris-like, and they flipped it upside down and they made it so then, like, whatever. Like you are holding the pills and you place them directly wherever you want. And I just feel like it's just like, I don't know. I mean, like, you could make the argument it's a variant on Dr. Mario. Yeah, sure. They had a lot of content they were pumping into that. There was so much canon we learned about these characters, like Dr. Goomba Stack was like a doctor.
Oh, yes, there's Dr. Baby Rosalina or something.
Dr. Baby Rosalina. There's
Yeah.
too many adjectives in that name.
Look, there's a lot of, like, funny characters in the game, but at the end of the day, it's not Dr. Mario. And I actually think the game would have lasted longer if it actually was just regular Dr. Mario on the phone.
Yeah, they kind of mobilized it a little too much.
I don't
you
get
gotta
it.
do that if you're gonna do a mobile game, but, like, I don't know. To me, I played it for a little bit and I was just like, this doesn't really scratch the itch for me.
It wasn't that fun.
I saw some people really liked it, and, you know, like, you know, I think it definitely scratched the itch for some people, but for me, and I feel like you too, you know, it was just like, this isn't what I'm really asking for here. Yoshi's Island DS it is, man. That feels weird to award that game with anything, but...
I don't think it'll get much farther than that, but hey, congrats to Yoshi's Island DS. You got past the first bracket.
Yeah, all right. The Clash of the Titans right here.
Ooh.
Yoshi on NES versus Mario Party 8.
Look, I like Yoshi on NES. Is it better than Mario Party 8? No, I don't think it is.
Yes. No. Yeah, Yoshi on NES is like a cute little game to play for like 3 minutes, in my opinion. Like,
I love puzzle games, you know, they're great, but Mario Party 8 is it's basically the last classic Mario Party game before things changed a lot, and it's reverted back to how it used to be, of course, with like Superstars and Jamboree. Yeah, I mean, Mario Party 8, I mean, there's probably a mini game that plays very similar to Yoshi on NES. Like, what's the... Of course,
that's
it's
actually
gotta
completely true.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Mario Party 8 is not my favorite Mario Party. Like, and for me, it only has one board that I really, really like, and that's Koopa's Tycoon Town.
Yes.
And that's pretty much like, whenever I play Mario Party 8, it's pretty much just, let's play Koopa's Tycoon Town. But
I think that's
Yoshi
like
on
still
NES,
the best board. Like, in the entire franchise.
Yoshi on NES is Yoshi on NES. Like, what are we doing here? Mario Party 9 versus
Yeah.
Mario is Missing.
Ooh, man.
I mean, okay, objectively, Mario Party 9, we can dog on this game all day, but Mario is Missing is Mario is Missing.
Is this the NES or the Super NES one? Technically,
I'm sorry,
two
man.
of them.
I didn't get that. I just put it down. I
know what?
didn't even
We'll
I didn't
combine
even
them
think
together.
about the SNES version.
Let's give it a chance. It's the Super NES one since it's slightly better than the NES one. With that said, I would probably have to put Mario Party 9 still as the better game.
Yeah, I mean Mario Party 9, as much as we can dog on it, like you can still muster some fun out of that. And like it's well made. Yeah. It's well polished. How about that?
The mini games are good. The boss, I love the idea of the boss mini games. I just hate the board. I think they just completely ruined the fun of the board since everyone travels together. I mean, this has been talked about to death at this point, right? But even still, it's better than Mario is Missing, which is an educational game, which has a lot of its educational facts wrong. So it's not even a good educational game.
I feel you learn more about yourself playing Mario Party 9 than you would learning anything with Mario is Missing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all right. Mario Party 9 wins something. Hooray.
Yeah.
It did it. Now, we got Mario Hoops 3-on-3 versus Wario's Woods.
I mean, you know what I want to pick. Definitely going to be good old Mario Hoops.
Yeah, I mean, like, Wario's Woods pisses me off, man. I never know how to play that game properly.
I actually I like that game. I think it's fine. That game is okay.
It's whatever.
I don't mind it.
I don't mind it, but it's just like whenever I play it, I realize I'm not doing something right. It's funny that it's Wario's Wood. It's more of a Toad game. It's Toad's big game.
Yeah, you don't even play as Mario or Wario.
Last game released on NES, or last Nintendo published game on NES, so you know it has that going for it. But I think that's kind of the big legacy of Wario's Woods. Mario Hoops 3-on-3, at the very least, at its worst, it's a fun novelty.
Yeah,
and Wario's Woods at its worst is boring, and I don't really want to play it. So
there's not much to it. Like at least with Mario Hoops, you can get used to the touchscreen controls. There's actually like things to do and unlock. Music's really good as well. So yeah, it's gonna beat it.
Yeah. Well, we have another Battle of the Titans right here. It is Game and Wario on Wii U versus Mario Clock on DSiWare. I decided Mario Clock and not Mario Calculator since Mario Clock is even less interactive. Game & Wario is Game & Wario. Game & Wario has some great parts in it. I wouldn't call the game itself great.
There's like 2 good games in Game & Wario, but that's it. But Mario Clock is, a clock. So
Mario Clock is Mario Clock. And it does that damn well.
It is one of the best clocks of all time, like for sure.
I have gotten so much time out of the sketch game in Game & Wario, which is just Pictionary. For that alone, I mean, it's Game & Wario. I feel like Game & Wario deserves the win here.
It should get at least one win at the bare minimum.
It's not a great game by itself, but like it has great elements to it, I would say.
Yeah, it's better than Mario Clock.
Now, Mario Tennis Open versus the original Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games for Wii.
Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to say Mario and Sonic. I think it's more interesting because it has more mini games. Especially at its time, it was a lot more novel to see Mario and Sonic in a game together. I actually still really like the original Mario and Sonic. Like, I think the 2012 version is better, but the original still has its charm. It's still pretty fun. Mario Tennis Open is just kind of like, it's fine. It's just kind of boring. There's not much to it.
That's the big problem with Mario Tennis Open. Like, it has good elements to it. It has like a cool mini game where you're playing the original Super Mario Brothers with a tennis ball. It has like decent courts, a fun little selection of characters. Like it's not like kind of the sludge we were going through with Mario Sports games a little bit after this with like like Mario Sports Superstars, Tennis Ultra Smash, and even some of the stuff on Switch. The original Mario and Sonic is a bit of a mediocre game. but it's an iconic game, and you can have fun with it.
Yeah.
And I think it made such a splash. Mario Tennis Open, I don't think did a single damn thing that's worthy, that's a good thing for the franchise or anything like that. Like, it didn't harm anything, but it also, a big problem with Mario Tennis Open is that it had, like, those, like, quick, easy select, like, it just tells you, oh, what would be the best shot to make here?
It kind of plays the game for you, in a sense.
You just go to a certain circle, and it
Push
tells
the
you what to
button.
do, and you hit the button, and, like, it's just, like, that just kind of ruins it. You know, like, it's just not interesting at that point. Mario and Sonic, I don't think it's, like, it's not fucking Picasso, but it's it's Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, and there are better Mario and Sonic games, but I think this one I think is more interesting and more unique and did more than Mario Tennis Open.
This is kind of random. I remember mastering the trampoline minigame in Mario and Sonic, because you had to do like this hit A, B, and then like flick the remote really quickly to get perfect combos. And for some reason, I don't know why, I played that game all the time because I thought it was really fun just trying to get like a perfect 10 score.
It was like the only game that like had much like button control in it too. Like I think that's what made it the most fun. Is like the other games are a little more like waggle
just
the
waggling
remote,
or
like,
do this or do whatever.
Yeah, the trampoline game was a little more like a lot more skill, hit all these buttons in succession. And I think that's kind of made it a little fun to just replay. Well, damn, this is an interesting matchup. Dr. Mario 64 versus Yoshi Touch and Go on the Nintendo DS, an early DS game.
Yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure it was. It wasn't a launch title, but it was very close to launch. Maybe like a month after.
Very close.
I think it was like November 2004.
Maybe in another region it was a launch title.
Maybe.
I know a game like I think like WarioWare Touched in Japan was like a launch title, but over here it was like early 2005 or something. So Yoshi Touch and Go is definitely. What are we doing here? I mean, Dr. Mario 64. Yeah, Yoshi Touch and Go is like, I mean, like, ugh. I mean that it's not a bad game, but it's just like it is. It's like a DS version of a mobile game.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
It's an arcade game.
I remember, so like back when the DS came out, I was reading about Nintendo Power, and I thought it was so cool, but I never played it. I tried it a few years ago. I'm like, oh, this is just a phone game on the DS. That's literally what it feels like.
Yeah, it feels like there should be more to it, you know, but it's literally just like a score attack game, and that's it.
That could have been a pack-in. That should have been a pack-in game with a DS. Well, Metroid Prime Hunter's first hunt technically was, but Yoshi Touch and Go
would have made more sense, but you know, it's especially considering like the direction they took the DS in. Like early on in the DS's life, they pushed it as kind of like a hardcore gaming system. Like, you know, packing in a first-person adventure game, Metroid Prime, and, you know, all this stuff. I feel like Yoshi Touch and Go would have always been, like, a perfectly suitable pack-in game for the DS, but, you know, they sold it for, like, $30 by itself, and, Jesus.
Wow. I mean, back
then,
embarrassing. Like, hey, that would have been cool back then, but definitely not now. Wouldn't fly.
Especially the novelty of, like, the touchscreen and all of that, like, sure. But, like, I mean, there's 2 modes in the game. There's only 2 modes. And they're both just score attack games, you know. It's a little rough. It's fine overall. If you play it in a vacuum, you know, it's just like, this is fine. But, you know, the idea behind it back then is a little rough. Speaking of Yoshi games,
this matchup is, this is a rough matchup. What do we got?
Mario Party DS versus Yoshi Topsy-Turvy. I'm just gonna put
obviously Mario Party DS
right there in Mario Party DS. Yeah,
I mean, Mario Party DS. You know, one of the most, if not the most underrated Mario Party game. It's one that a lot of people don't remember. It is classic Mario Party on the go. It's fantastic. It's got really, really great mini games. It actually had like a proper story mode where you could unlock mini games after like getting first place in each board or whatever. And all the mini games were actually based on the fact that like it kind of was on the go. It was based on the story because the characters were shrunken down, and you had mini games like, oh, you're like swinging around in like a curtain or whatever, or you're soap surfing in like a sink and you have to survive. Like, it's really, really cool. And then Yoshi's Topsy-Turvy just sucks. It's just not fun.
Yeah, that's all you got to say about that one. Yeah, that's about fair. That's fair. Doesn't even look good.
You know, Topsy-Turvy, I would love to see that on Switch Online. I want to see them try to make that work with like a Pro Controller or Joy-Con gyro. That'd be kind of interesting.
I like the idea of doing that stuff from like a preservation standpoint. Like, I think it's fun to be able to access these games. It's like Kirby Tilt and Tumble. Like, am I really gonna be like, oh, yeah, it's time for Kirby Tilt and Tumble tonight? Like, no, it's more so like, oh, this is cool that I can play Kirby Tilt and Tumble today and just see, what they did back then, like it's kind of just down for that. So I'm down to try Yoshi Tops and Turby again, but it doesn't mean I want to. I think it's cool for preservation point of view to be able to play these games for the foreseeable future.
Absolutely. Yeah.
This brings us to Yoshi's Cookie versus Mario Sports Mix. Now, Yoshi's Cookie is cute. This game doesn't really get re-released anymore because I think there's like a rights issue with it.
A rights issue? What for?
I think the developer of it owns probably the gameplay system or something like that.
Huh.
I mean, that's just my thing. I think Bulletproof Software developed it, and they developed like a lot of the Tetris games back during this era of like the 90s. And I think Nintendo's tried to re-release this game since then, but like I think obviously they own Yoshi and all that, but like I think the gameplay system of Yoshi's Cookie they might not own. I don't know.
Wow.
Like that's just my guess. But hey, that doesn't mean a damn thing to me in this bracket. I mean, Mario Sports Mix isn't amazing or anything, but you can get some good fun out of it. But Yoshi's Cookie is okay. But it's almost like a Yoshi touch and go where it's just like the gameplay's sound and all of that, but like what would you rather play right now? Is probably like, playing dodgeball or playing a little bit of Yoshi's Cookie.
I mean, probably Mario Sports Mix, I suppose. Apparently, a lot of people like this game. At least that for those that really grew up in the Wii era.
I think they got to play it again.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? I think a lot of people have nostalgia bias for this game. Like, it's fine. I would say out of all of the 2 or 3 Nintendo sports games where they make like a bunch of them in one and kind of combine them together, this is probably the best one, but still the games don't have a lot of depth to them, and it's just fine. It's just fine.
It's just like you can get some fun out of it. It's like very basic multiplayer fun. Like it's not like it's like, oh my god, this is actually so engaging and so enjoyable. But like if you just kind of shut your brain off and you're just like, hey, let's play a little bit of Mario Sports Mix, like you'll have fun for 30 minutes to an hour, but like it's not something that I want to keep playing.
Exactly.
Comparing it to Yoshi's Cookie, Yoshi's Cookie is cute and everything, but it's an NES era puzzle game. There are certain games that have kind of like lived on past that era. Dr. Mario has lived on past that era. Tetris has lived on past that era. Yoshi's Cookie, I mean, like, they re-released it in the Nintendo Puzzle Collection on GameCube. But, like, that was, like, what are we doing here? Like, that's...
I think it's just, like, a lot of it's just the fact that I think the gameplay is just... It doesn't age as well as something like Tetris, where Tetris truly is timeless. It is infinitely addicting. Yoshi's Cookie can be very fun. But is it something I would play on a stranded island? No, I would pick Tetris every day of the week. It just has a better gameplay loop.
Yoshi's Cookie might be a little ahead of its time just from the sense that, like, I think the way the gameplay works is kind of like a lot of, like, mobile puzzle games. Like, kind
That's
of the
a good point.
Matching it up. But, I mean, like, those games do all these kind of things to, like, be massive dopamine hits to your psyche, all this stuff. Like Yoshi's Cookie, I think it could work in the modern day. You need to like modernize the hell out of it and make it kind of like like all these fun little effects and fun sound effects. On the NES, it's a little like, all right, this is okay, but it's whatever. This one right here, I love this matchup: Mario Kart Live Home Circuit versus Mario Teaches Typing. I adore this.
I don't know. They're
Neither
both
one
like
are great games.
They're both in the same category of weird. Like, you got a typing game, and then you have an RC car / video game.
Yeah.
I would probably say... See, if this was the 90s and they were pitted together, I would say Mario Teaches Typing. But there's like a billion typing games now. Mario Kart Live is very unique. The only problem with it is that not everyone can play it if you don't have the space for it, if you don't have like a wooden floor. But if you do have those things, Mario Kart Live is a genuinely like surreal experience because you go back and forth between like watching the TV as you're playing. It feels like Mario Kart, and then you like look down at the little RC car Mario just driving around, and it looks so silly, just like seeing them both back to back. For me, I'd put Mario Kart Live as the better one.
I think that's fair. I think it's really cool how they do like if you get an item you get like a mushroom or something, and the RC car goes faster. I think that's really cute.
That's really cute.
I think there's a lot of things about it that are really cute. It's not a game that'll last you very long. I think in terms of after an hour, it's just like, okay, that was cool, and you need a lot of space.
You really, to get a proper experience out of it, you do need a lot of space.
And hey, it was the Switch One's own Mario Kart. People are like, oh, they skipped a generation. They didn't.
Mario Kart Live.
We got Mario Kart Live Home Circuit.
I
love the name that implies there should be another Mario Kart Live. It's Mario Kart Live : I'm like, what else are we doing with this concept? Like, this is like it. Very interesting. All right, so the next matchup is Mario versus Donkey Kong Tipping Stars versus Mario Pinball Land. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is a matchup where we might actually have to figure this out. Like, this isn't like there's an obvious pick here. Like, I don't think so, man. Both of these are kind of crappy, but they're both like fine at the same time.
I will say this: I have not played Tipping Stars.
Have you played any other Mario versus Donkey Kong game where it's touchscreen based? Then you've played Tipping Stars.
Okay, well there we go.
Mario Pinball Land is interesting. I feel like Mario Pinball Land was just kind of an excuse for them to say Mario's done everything.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, oh, well, he's done pinball too. And all these games have pinball games. And, you have Sonic Spinball, Pokemon Pinball, Kirby Pinball, Metroid Prime Pinball, all of this stuff. All of those games feel a lot more natural. Mario Pinball Land, they really had to stretch it. They had to literally absolutely deform Mario into a ball to make this work. But I think with this Pinball Land idea, like it's not really an actual pinball game. It's more so like, let's take pinball mechanics and turn this into like a bit of an adventure game or something like that.
Kind of. I mean, like it is pinball, but it isn't. I would argue and say Mario Pinball Land is one of the worst Mario games just because it is unfairly difficult. In the way, like, if Mario falls down too many pits, you have to redo all of your progress, and that sucks. So I've never been a fan of pinball games for that reason. I just think it's incredibly unfair. Sometimes you lose literally just because of bad luck, which I don't like that. But also, Mario vs. Donkey Kong is, like, just whatever.
It's a structurally sound game. That's the thing. Yeah. I think Mario Pinball Land has more problems when it comes to, like how it's designed. Like, it's kind of crappy when it comes to that. I think overall, like, it's fine as like you give that to a kid in the back seat in 2005. It's something for them to do.
Yeah, exactly.
like that's kind of what Mario Pinball Land was meant to be. Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars. It's a puzzle game. It's a little puzzle platformer. There's a million of them, and we're gonna see more of them on the list. But for what it is, it does what it does.
I guess
like it's not like it's badly designed.
This is hard. I'd probably pick Tipping Stars though. Just because at least that game won't infuriate me like Pinball Land does.
Yeah, Pinball Land's kind of funny. Like, it's unique.
It is very funny. I also love when Mario says Mario Pinball Land at the title screen. That always makes me a little happy. But, besides that, happy, and then that's where the fun stops.
You press start, yeah.
Yeah.
Tipping Stars, like, there's nothing unique about it. The whole gimmick of its title is, like, you tip other players' stars based on their level creations.
Okay.
And eventually they took that functionality away when they shut down certain, like, whatever. I mean, you can't tip people stars anymore, so the title is completely pointless at this point. So, either way, like, it's just another Mario vs. Donkey Kong game. That's all it is. With that being said, like, we can clown on these games all we want, but, like, they're fine games.
I mean,
like,
they're
I can't really think of
they're
one.
Not broken, technically.
Yeah. I think the problem is they ran this series into the ground in that direction.
Yeah.
So that's just what I'm thinking. The final one of this first round right here is Puzzle and Dragon Z plus Puzzle and Dragon Super Mario Brothers Edition versus Mario Paint. This is another weird one. I like this because there's going to be an actual conversation here again.
Yeah, these are both games where I have played them, but I've not played a lot of them. But in terms of their quality, it is pretty close.
Yeah, Puzzle and Dragons is weird because the graphics in this game suck, and then they're also like pretty fun and decent for what they are. Like the model quality and like the animations are a little gross in Puzzle and Dragons, but it's also like the fact that they have so many and like there's like a first person perspective on the top screen, and like they reused the new Super Mario Brothers 2 assets for the world map. I kind of like a lot of elements of it. You know, it was obviously done on a bit of a budget, but it's pretty, I guess, ambitious for that. You know, like they do a lot with the limited resources that they have and reusing assets and stuff. And overall, like the gameplay of Puzzle and Dragons isn't bad. It's basically like mixing a role-playing game with a match 3+ puzzle game that you get on mobile. I mean, this was a mobile game series, but Mario Paint is iconic.
I think we got to give it to Mario Paint.
Yeah.
Like, there's not as much game in Mario Paint, but the ideas in Mario Paint are just way more interesting. Like, obviously you can draw. It uses the SNES mouse, which is awesome. You can literally make music. There's the fly swatting minigame. There's like a lot of weird, wonky stuff in that game. I think we got to give it to Mario Paint. I think it's got a little bit of an edge over Puzzle and Dragons.
I think just the legacy Mario Paint left, like, I think it did a lot of, I think it did a lot of special things. When I look back at, like, kids in the 90s talking about their experience with Mario Paint, a lot of them used it. This was kind of like a big creative outlet for them. You know, it's kind of like how a lot of people use Windows Paint to draw. Well, a lot of people use Mario Paint, and Mario Paint was honestly a little more advanced than like something like Windows Paint.
And at the time, it was honestly pretty good.
Yeah, you can do animations, you can make music. Hell, the music creator on that, like, I saw so many fun like music covers and stuff done in Mario Paint. Like they even like fans created like a version for PC, like that's just the music composer. Puzzle and Dragons is like fine. You know, it's fine. I don't have much against it.
I think we got to give it to Mario Paint.
Well, that brings us back to the top of the bracket here. So, Mario Kart Super Circuit versus Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix. What kind of a matchup is this, man? This is hard. Mario Kart Super Circuit is definitely one of the worst Mario Karts at this point. But at the time, it was incredible.
It was.
I wouldn't call this one of the best Mario Karts at the time either. It was more so like for what it was, Mario Kart on the go, Game Boy Advance Mario Kart. It did its job perfectly.
Yes, but also we're not in that time period anymore. If I want to play either of these games today, I'm still playing DDR before Mario Kart Super Circuit. I love Super Circuit. The tracks are awesome. The music's great. The gameplay's still fine. But in terms of like the carts handling and the way items work in that game are really weird. You can get like stars in second place. Like, it doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of parts of Super Circuit that have not aged very well. Whereas I would still play DDR today, right now, compared to Super Circuit.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I'm probably pretty similar. I mean, like,
and it seems crazy that we're putting it up another, but I think it's better in this era.
Think about like 10, 15 years ago. Like when I was watching all these, like, you know, people talking about video games and stuff. People were gassing up like Super Mario Kart, Mario Kart 64, Mario Kart Super Circuit as some of the best in the series, you know?
Yeah.
And nowadays, I think we've all fully committed to the fact that Super Mario Kart is horrible to go back to.
It is.
Mario Kart 64 isn't that great either. Like, that was originally considered, like, the best.
But the battle mode is still good. Battle mode is still great in that game.
Yeah, I mean, I still like Mario Kart 64, but, like, it is definitely very rough to go back to. And Mario Kart Super Circuit is the same thing. I have so many childhood memories of Mario Kart Super Circuit. And, like, overall, for what it did at the time, too, like, there's 40 tracks in this game. Like, it's pretty wild. But even what you're saying about, like, the tracks in Super Circuit being really cool, yes, but also, like, in the context of, like, thinking about the potential that they have. Like, I'm looking at these tracks and I'm thinking, like, man, I would love to see these remade.
Oh, a lot of them have been remade. Like, you know, Cheeseland, Ribbon Road, just as, like, a couple of examples. Like, their potential has really been shown in the newer Mario Kart titles. So I think, like, I give Super Circuit credit for just being really innovative at the time, but, like, actually playing it right now, like, I think I'm good. Like, I don't really want to play Super Mario Kart on the go. I'd rather play DDR and just do that instead.
Well, you can already play other Mario Kart games on the go. You can play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or Mario Kart World on the go.
You can play all of them, yeah.
I honestly kind of agree with you here in terms of, like, I think DDR Mario Mix is always going to be fun.
Yes.
Mario Kart Super Circuit does not age well. And I love this game. I have such a love in my heart about this game. But I'm going to be honest, like, when was the last time I actually sat down and played it.
Exactly. Yep.
I've probably played it more recently than DDR, but I think I'd be more interested and have a more fun time going back to DDR.
Yeah, I think we got to do it. Yeah.
All right, here we go. The next matchup is Super Mario Land 3 Wario Land, the OG Wario Land game, versus Mario vs. Donkey Kong Mini Land Mayhem on the DS. This was the last Mario vs. Donkey Kong on the DS. This was the theme park based one, I guess. I haven't even played this one. I don't know, man. I mean,
I barely played that. I mean, I haven't even played every Mario vs. DK. I played a tiny bit of that second game, and mostly, I think I played through the entire Switch remake. But besides that, I haven't played much.
From what I have seen about Mini Land Mayhem, this is probably the best of the touchscreen Mario vs. Donkey Kongs.
Yeah,
so
it was okay.
This is probably up there. But Wario Land is Wario Land. And, like, this is still, like, the first Wario Land, so it's just, like, you know, you got a couple little growing pains. But, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like, I kind of, you know, like, I feel like we got to give Wario Land some credit here. Wario Land made more of an impact than Mario vs. Donkey Kong Mini Land Mayhem did. You know? Just the fact that it's kind of hard to figure out, like, what did this game do, actually. Wario Land, like, actually, like this was big, and it's still good. You know?
It's still fun to go back. I mean, it's not. I'd rather play like Wario Land 4, but you know what? Wario Land 1 is still pretty solid. So yeah, I think we give that one. We think that we give that one to Wario Land.
This one's weird. Now, one of these might not even be considered a spinoff. I think it's a spinoff because, like, how is this actually mainline? But it's pretty close to being mainline. Super Mario RPG versus Super Mario Brothers 35.
Okay, so key question, is this the SNES RPG or the Switch remake?
I think I just included both because they're both pretty similar in terms of, like, it's the same game,
like,
but just looking better. So you can put in your head whatever you prefer there, which is probably the remake.
I gotta say Mario RPG. I love Mario Bros. 35. I thought it was a lot of fun, but one, we can't play it anymore. And two, it's Mario Bros. 1. So it's kind of hard to go back to, even when you do get used to how Mario Bros. 35 plays. I just think Mario RPG is just like the perfect beginner's RPG. It's got fantastic music. It is still fun to go back and play. So yeah, for me, probably Mario RPG.
Yeah, Mario 35 was a cute idea, and I liked it, but there is so, like, I just saw so much potential with that game, and of course it never, like, it was actually seen, because you know, I just remember, like, so much of that game was just playing World 1-1 and 1-2 over and over and over again. Like, that's all it was.
Pretty much.
And, like, you know, I think about the potential of that game. Like, imagine, like, oh, you can have different skins, or, like, oh, it brings you to other of the other 2D Mario games. Like, maybe you go down a pipe, and then it's Mario 3, and then Mario World, or stuff. Like, just so many cool things you could do with that. You could do different playable characters. You could, you know, even if it has to be Mario 1, again, you could do skins. You could have, like, it plays like Mario 1, but it looks like Mario 3 or something. Just cool stuff like that. They put so much work into this game that was only available for, like, 6 months.
I honestly feel bad that we can't take this game any farther, but it's being paired up with Mario RPG. Like, it's, in terms of the Mario RPGs, if you include Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi, it's like one of the best ones.
I respect Mario RPG. I think if it's put up against something like a Paper Mario Thousand Year Door,
it'll be close.
Yeah. I just feel like comparing those two, like, I feel like I definitely have an unpopular opinion with the remake, where I like the remake, but it's also, like, comparing to the other options available. Like, when I'm playing Thousand Year Door remake, I'm going, like, yeah, this just hits for me a lot better than Mario RPG, but I respect Mario RPG. I think it's a great beginner's RPG, like you said.
Not very long too, which is nice.
Yeah, I actually have to get around to doing the deed with that. I gotta finish it. As when I say I gotta finish it when I've only played probably like 3 hours. I'm like, yeah, okay. More so I gotta play it. How about that? The next lineup, Mario Kart 64 versus Mario's Picross on the Game Boy. Mario's Picross isn't a Mario game, you know,
no,
like,
not
let's
really.
just be real here. I love Picross, and there are, like, a few Mario puzzles, but it's just, like, overall, this is literally just Picross, and they just put Mario in the corner of the game just to sell it more. I love Picross, and I think, like, you know, solving the puzzles, chiseling the little pixels into your puzzle is very satisfying in this game. I played it a ton on 3DS Virtual Console, and on Switch Online. It's there. Like, I do like this game. But Mario Kart 64, as poorly as it does age...
I mean, it's better than Mario's Picross.
It's Mario Kart 64, man. I mean, like, yeah, it ages badly in some cases, but it's still Mario Kart 64. Like, you can't beat it in a lot of cases, It's got to win there.
Yeah, I agree.
This one is actually... I think this one is really hard. Mario Kart Double Dash versus Mario Party 6.
Oh, okay. This is, I think, our first hard one.
Yeah. Two of the best multiplayer games on the GameCube. Honestly. The best of Mario Party and, like, one of the better Mario Kart. Like, Double Dash is great, but I think over the years, I definitely do prefer something like, like Mario Kart Wii, in terms of just, like, popping in and playing again. Like, Mario Kart Double Dash is a bit slippery. It's not as satisfying to play as something like Mario Kart Wii and onward, but man, it's still Mario Kart Double Dash. Like, it is one of the most unique and interesting Mario Karts.
Yeah, I mean, it has, the double character mechanic. It has the unique items for the characters, the special items. Battle mode as Bob-omb Blast was new. Shine Thief was also new. Even though there's only 16 tracks, they're all fantastic. And there was this All Cup Tour mode, which was also unique at the time, where you basically play all the tracks in a row. And it felt like really like a big event, just because we had never really done anything like that before. I really want to vote for Double Dash, but I do feel like Mario Party 6 has more going for it.
Mario Kart's weird because a lot of Mario Karts kind of end up getting supplanted by whatever came next. Not all of them. But it's kind of like, like Mario Kart 7 definitely got overshadowed by Mario Kart 8.
Yeah.
Who's playing Mario Kart 7 anymore? Super Mario Kart definitely got supplanted by Mario Kart 64. Mario Kart 64 definitely got supplanted by Mario Kart Double Dash in different ways. I mean, like, there are different reasons to go back to a lot of these. Mario Kart Double Dash does have more of a reason to go back to it because of the double mechanic. And Mario Party, you could still say the same, but I almost feel like Mario Party doesn't necessarily like, oh, the next one outdoes the last one. It's more so like, oh, this is just a different variant to play.
Yeah, because, like, at the end of the day, any of the GameCube Mario Party games are worth going back to. Like, sure, you could say Mario Party 6 is the best one, but that doesn't mean, like, Mario Party 4 or Mario Party 7 is, like, worse. I think 6 just has, a few more qualities that are better.
Yeah, but it's like, like, let's say you have all 4 of the GameCube Mario Parties at your disposal. Just because Mario Party 6 is the best doesn't mean you're not going to play 4, 5, or 7. It's just like, this is the best one, but... Hey, I'm feeling like, let's shake it up a little bit. Let's do this one and this board and this one and this board, Like, it's not like they're necessarily all better or worse than each other. I would say Mario Party 6 is the best, but it's still like, I'm not going to just be playing Mario Party 6, Like, I'll play Mario Party 7 or whatever else.
I don't know what to pick still. This is really difficult. I mean, I guess I would pick Double Dash.
I think Double Dash did more.
It left more of an impact.
When it comes to playing a multiplayer GameCube game right now, I'd honestly probably pick Mario Party 6.
I don't know. I would pick Double Dash. I love Double Dash. I love that multiplayer for that game. I'd pick that over Party 6.
Then it might have to be Double Dash then, because I'm thinking Double Dash left a bigger impact. But it's just like I'm thinking I would pick Mario Party 6 just because I think I don't know. I just might be more like a Mario Party mood right now. In terms of, like, GameCube era stuff. Like I said, like, I really love Double Dash, but in recent years, going back to it, I'm like, I still really like this, but, like, I've definitely kind of started to prefer what came after a little bit more.
They've improved over time, for sure, yeah.
For sure. So that's probably just what's kind of holding me back.
I guess, like, if we had to pick, maybe we just pick Party 6 just because there is more to do in that game, and there's a little less in Double Dash. Even the thing is, Double Dash is so replayable. Like, I have played, like, Pipe Plaza a billion times, and I still would be down to play it anytime. Mario Party 6 is the same way. Like, I would be down to play any of those boards and all those minigames anytime, and there's just more.
Yeah, but, like, I just feel like as much as, like, other Mario Karts may be better than Double Dash, you still do have a reason to go back to Double Dash. Mario Party 6, you have a reason to go back to Mario Party 6, but it's the same reason as to why you'd go back to Mario Party 7, 5, and 4. And, like, Mario Party 6 does have unique elements to it that make it fun to go back to. Like, the day and night mechanic is cool, but it also isn't, like, a game changer. It's more so, like, that's kind of the cherry on top to make it, in my opinion, probably the best Mario Party. Mario Kart Double Dash is always going to, you're always going to want to come back to that because of its unique mechanics. All the tracks are good. The battle mode is probably the best battle mode has ever been in that game. I would say battle mode in Double Dash is the best battle mode.
It's so good. It's so good.
Mario Party, I can go back to these ones just because all of them are so interchangeable that it makes it so then like, hey, we want to play Mario Party? Yeah, screw it. You can pick any Mario Party from 8 and backwards, you know? And you can have a fine time. I think Double Dash wins.
Let's give it to Double Dash. This is
just
definitely the hardest one to pick so far because I really don't know.
Yeah, because they're both legendary multiplayer GameCube games, but I think
Yeah.
Double Dash is more legendary, and I think Mario Party 6 is the best Mario Party, but it is pretty interchangeable.
I think just Double Dash has got to have the slight edge just because it is. I think it's just a little more replayable than like Party 6. Because like you said, you could go to any of the GameCube Mario Parties, have a good time. Double Dash, it's the same thing, but it's all just one game. And even though there's less in there, it is always fun to replay with friends.
Okay, next up is Mario vs. Donkey Kong, the original, which we can be like, this is the GBA one, this is also the Switch remake, whatever, sure. Versus Mario Superstar Baseball. Now, Nathaniel, I don't think you really care for Mario vs. Donkey Kong. I think I've heard you talk a little bit of smack on this game.
It's fine. I'm not like that big a fan of it. It's okay.
I like it.
I like the first one.
I really like it.
I will say this, I do like the first game. It's not one that I would like want to go back and play though. It's kind of like I don't know, it's like playing like Paper Mario the Origami King. Like, yeah, it's fun the first time, but after that, I don't really have any desire to go back to it.
I gotta be honest, like this remake, on one hand, it is like a very unnecessary remake, but on the other, I think it kind of is. It kind of is a necessary remake because like they're bringing the series back to its roots, and I prefer these roots. I prefer this style of Mario vs. Donkey Kong significantly more than the minis touchscreen junk.
It is definitely better than that, yeah.
This is a full-blown like successor to Donkey Kong 94 on the Game Boy, which is the best Game Boy game in my opinion. Like that is the best Game Boy game, and it is so good. And like you know, to all the people that have always wanted a sequel, it is there. It's Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Now, is it as good? You know, like it's debatable, but I'd say Donkey Kong 94 is a little more bombastically great than Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Mario vs. Donkey Kong is just a really solid puzzle platformer. But I really think this remake is really solid. I mean, like, they include 2 new worlds, and they blend seamlessly into the experience. And they include multiplayer, which is interesting. And, yeah, it looks really nice, too.
It does look nice, yeah.
Taking that kind of pre-rendered style and just bringing it into 3D and HD, I think it's good. It controls well. I think it's a great little puzzle platformer.
Okay,
Now,
yeah.
I think it's incredibly overpriced.
Yeah, $60.
It's $50.
Oh, only $50.
So much better, yeah. So much better. But I think it is very overpriced. This is something that's like, I mean, like, it has CGI cutscenes, which, you know, like, it would be a bit more than you'd expect from like an eShop release. But yeah, this feels like if this was released during the Wii U era or something, this would have been an eShop exclusive. You know, maybe sans the super high quality CGI cutscenes. But overall, I do really like this game as a puzzle platformer. I think it's a really solid puzzle platformer. That being said, compared to Mario Superstar Baseball,
I like Superstar Baseball. It's not like the best Mario Sports game, but this was in the GameCube era when Mario Sports games were honestly at their peak, because just due to all the unique characters they had, just a bunch of different game modes. They really went all out with Mario Sports in the GameCube era. And Superstar Baseball, kind of in the same caliber. It's not as good as, like, you know, Power Tennis or Toadstool Tour, but still like it. Now, do I like it more than Mario vs. Donkey Kong? It's kind of hard to say. I've not played a lot of the baseball game, to be fair. I may play maybe a couple hours, and that's it.
I gotta be honest, I think I'm more of a Mario vs. Donkey Kong guy here. I like baseball, but
maybe the fact I don't remember that much about it makes it not that great. Just because, like I said, I mean, I've only played a couple hours. I remember you can play as, like, a Noki, which is super random.
It's fun.
Character selection's cool, but also, like, it is just baseball. I mean, I'd be willing to give it to Mario vs. Donkey Kong, even though it's not really my favorite thing. But
God,
is it it's probably still better than Superstar Baseball.
I think it's more well designed. Like I think it's just a solid little puzzle platformer. I think that's his main thing. You know, it's not gonna blow any minds, but like I think for what it is, I think it's pretty solid. Like I think it's a great before bedtime game. You know, you just play a puzzle or something before you head to bed or something like that. You know, I like it. I enjoy it. So yeah.
I'm glad.
I'm gonna make an executive decision here and say Mario versus Donkey Kong. Because
that's fine.
Damn it ain't gonna get far.
That might be as far as
far after that.
Yeah, I think. Well, we already know what the next bracket is. It's not gonna get past it. So, hey, we'll give it that. We'll give it that.
Well, we're going back to very easy decisions to make here. It's Mario Kart 7 versus Yoshi's Island DS.
I mean, yeah, Mario Kart 7, obviously.
Yeah, I don't really think there's much of a discussion to have here. I mean, like Yoshi's Island DS I kind of respect, but like not a ton.
Mario Kart 7 is weird though. Like there's like weird things that are omitted from the game, like no versus mode, no Waluigi. Like how is there no Waluigi? This like doesn't make any sense. That game, you know, it added the gliding and driving underwater. It's pretty cool. I just really like Mario Kart 7. I thought it was fun, even though it's a little limited on features.
Yeah, a ton of really great tracks in that game. But I can kind of tell like this game was definitely rushed a little bit. You know, like they were desperately trying to get this out like in time for the holiday season to save the 3DS. You know, they had Retro Studios develop the retro courses. Like it's obvious they were like, oh god, we got to get this out quick. I love a lot of the tracks in the game. The problem with Mario Kart 7 is that it just doesn't really have much of an identity these days. Like why would you go back to it other than like, oh, this is kind of quirky to go back to. This is interesting. It still feels pretty similar to Mario Kart 8. It's not exact, but you know, like it's kind of like, you know, if you want a little Mario Kart 8 but different, you know, Mario Kart 7 is good for that, I guess. But you know, like for the most part, you can just play Mario Kart 8 and you get the gist of Mario Kart 7. Like I don't think there's a single thing Mario Kart 7 does unique from Mario Kart 8, like gameplay mechanic wise.
I would say out of all the games that were on the 3DS that utilized the 3D, Mario Kart 7 was probably my favorite, just because it was very subtle. Like you could like see the speed boost kind of coming at you, or like items, or like the bubbles from the little propeller as you're going into the water. Stuff like that was really, really cool. Now it doesn't change the gameplay itself, but it does help it stand out a little bit from the other games. So you know what? I'll give it that.
The first person mode too,
and the first person mode, very janky, but hey, that was kind of cool.
It's a little weird. It's like you see like the simulation racing wheel they released for the Nintendo Switch that's like Mario Kart 8 themed.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've seen
It's just like we can't be trying to do this kind of realistic nonsense. It doesn't work, man. It just doesn't work well. I tried that in like Mario Kart. I'm like, this is cute, I guess, but like it doesn't do much for me. But they did do a wheel for Mario Kart 7. You can put your 3DS in a wheel.
I've never tried that, but I've seen it.
It feels more like you put your 3DS in a grip that is slightly wheel-shaped, but that's it. Like, it doesn't feel like a wheel.
That's pretty much what you're doing. Yep.
Well, we got our next matchup, Yoshi's Woolly World versus Mario and Luigi Paper Jam.
It's a pretty easy dub for Woolly World, I think.
Yeah, Woolly World is great. I love Woolly World. Paper Jam isn't bad. It's just like...
it's a little dull.
Yeah, that's the main problem. It's like what they were trying to do with Mario stuff at that time is like just vanilla-ize it all. Just be like, oh, it all follows the new Super Mario canon or something like that. So, like, no original characters, and there's more limitations as to what they can do, and just wasn't very interesting.
That's the thing about Paper Jam. It's such an interesting case where that should have been one of the best Mario and Luigi games, because they're literally bringing in Paper Mario. So, like, where's all the partners? Like, come on, what are we doing here? You're bringing in two different Mario RPG universes, and you're not utilizing any of the interesting characters. Like, what a wasted opportunity. Like, the game itself is fine, but it could have been so much better. It really could have been.
That's kind of the thing from a lot of games from this era. Like, gameplay is fine. Like, it's not like the gameplay is, like, completely broken. Outside of, like, Paper Mario Sticker Star, where, the gameplay is broken in that. But Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, and that's a testament to see, like, how decent the Mario and Luigi games are. I think at their worst, they're boring and dull. But gameplay-wise, they're always fine. Like, the battle mechanics are always great.
Except Sticker Star. That's the exception.
Well, I'm just talking the Mario and Luigi, like, that sub-series. Yeah, stick or start, yeah. That hasn't appeared on the list yet, right? I think that's got to be coming up.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
I think technically it wasn't that far down the list because, like, the Metacritic score, like, yeah, reviews were just okay on the game. Like, they were fine. Like, IGN gave it, like, an 8 out of 10. They were like, oh, it's not bad.
Oh, my God.
I'm just kind of wondering, like, what is going on here?
Different tastes. I mean, I think it's interesting because, like, from IGN, people see it all as, like, a collective and not, like, different people reviewing different games. So sometimes review scores are super wonky. Like, everyone got up in arms about Mario and Luigi Brothership getting a 5 out of 10. Just because, you know, like, other games... the scoring is just weird, just because it's all different people reviewing the different games.
Yeah, and a 5 out of 10 is different from certain people. Like, 5 out of 10 for some people is like,
it's like
this game is awful. Game.
Yeah, it's not
I think
average.
the reviewer of that game was probably like, I just thought it was kind of mediocre. And I'm like, yeah, I can definitely see that.
That's pretty much exactly what he said.
Next up, I feel like this is pretty simple too. Mario Kart DS versus Mario Party 8.
Easy Mario Kart DS.
Mario Kart DS is legendary, man.
That's probably still my favorite Mario Kart. Even I think I like it. It's definitely have some bias here, just because I literally played so much Mario Kart DS, I broke the R button on my DS Lite from drifting so much. So it's probably still my favorite, even today. Just I love how the drifting works in the game. The courses are phenomenal. I mean, they brought in Dry Bones, Rob, such a random character. You got Mission Mode, the first game to have online. You can make little custom emblems for your kart.
Emblem creator.
It's awesome. Oh. What a great game. Such a good game.
It introduced so much. That's why I'm kind of going, like, if it goes up against Double Dash, man, I think DS might win.
I would say it's better than Double Dash.
Yeah, it's just, like, for being, like, it introduced literally so much. Even just, like, the retro tracks. I don't think the retro courses in DS are the best, but it's also, like, just the fact that, like, it doubled the general count from just 16 tracks to 32, just like that.
Yeah.
And that's incredible. Online introduction, all that. Mario Party 8's okay. It's okay.
I like Mario Party 8, but I would definitely play Mario Kart DS over that.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I only like one board in Mario Party 8. That's obviously a little too... that's a little mean. Like, I'll have fun with other boards, but, like, I'm just like, if you could do better than Koopa's Tycoon Town, tell me. And you can't,
I mean,
you know?
Honestly, like, this kind of off topic a little bit, they really should just make a Mario Party where every board works like Koopa's Tycoon Town, but they're, like, different themes. I think that would be really interesting, actually, to see that. Because that idea of being able to, like literally invest in hotels and take stars, then you can, like, invest in other people's and take their stars. What an awesome idea.
I love it.
Yeah.
It just ruins the rest of the game for me.
It's too good.
It's perfect. Yeah. It's too good, and I like Mario Party 8. It's a fun one to pop in every now and then. But Mario Kart DS, even if I probably play Mario Party 8 more frequently these days, but Mario Kart DS is just so good at what it did. Like like I'm really bummed that, like, I didn't have it growing up. Like, I only had Super Circuit. So,
oh man,
but yeah, this might be a bit of an easy one too. It's Mario Strikers Charged versus Super Princess Peach. Super Princess Peach is definitely in kind of Yoshi's Island DS territory of just kind of like being a whatever Mario 2D platforming spin-off. Of course, like, you got the weird things about, like, her emotions being, like, a core gameplay mechanic, which is just kind of stupid.
For what it is an interesting idea, but with how things are today culturally, it's a little offensive.
It's a little weird. I mean, like,
the
gameplay, I will definitely say this. I think Super Princess Peach has better, like, it has a better identity and a better direction than Princess Peach Showtime.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
I can tell what they were going for with Super Princess Peach, and they went for it. With Princess Peach Showtime, I don't really know what they were going for other than Nintendo told them, we want to make a new Peach game. So they were just trying to be like, okay, well, we don't want to do Super Princess Peach again, so let's just do this, I guess. And she does this. You know, like, that's just kind of what that game feels like to me.
I will say, like, at the very least, even though I don't mind Super Princess Peach, it's not a game I'd really want to go back to, but at least it feels different than a Mario game. It feels different than a Yoshi game and a Wario game. It does have its own identity, and it is unique. So I'll give it that. Although I know one of the most annoying parts of the game is there's something you're supposed to collect. I forget what it is. But to actually beat the game, you have to basically... I think it's the toads. You have to find every single toad in all the levels. If you don't find them, you cannot beat the game. I'm pretty sure
I think
that might be 100%ing it, but
let's just give it to Mario Strikers.
Yeah, let's give it to Mario
I'm
Strikers.
just like, yeah.
Yeah, Mario Strikers is a lot more fun.
You know, I'm not even the biggest Strikers guy, but you know, I can have fun with Strikers, and like I respect it.
Yeah.
So I'm just going like, yeah.
We'll give it to that.
Super Princess Peach, again, like I said, like, you know, I'm like, yeah, I think it's cool that they actually went for a Peach game at that time, and you know, I think they definitely made some mistakes with their decisions, but I think overall, like, it's a competent 2D game, I guess. You know, like it's cool that they did a Peach game.
Yeah.
You know, the concept is cute, but it's also like, and I probably do prefer it to Princess Peach Showtime.
Oh, it's better than that game for sure.
We're up to WarioWare, the original WarioWare Mega Micro games on the GBA.
Yep.
Versus Mario Party 9. I think this is another easy win for
Yeah.
WarioWare.
Give it to WarioWare. I mean, look, WarioWare GBA is pretty limited because it is a WarioWare game. You're going to be playing it for a couple hours, but even so, it's more enjoyable and more fun than Mario Party 9 ever will be.
WarioWare is good. WarioWare is a good time. I love WarioWare. I'm always a little bummed with how little there is of each WarioWare game.
Yeah, they're always so short.
I'd always want at least like another 2 hours of gameplay, at the very least. And I don't think that's much to ask considering there's 2 hours of gameplay in each game.
Yeah.
I'm just like, come on, just give me a little bit extra. I say a little bit extra, and I'm asking them to effectively double their game, but it's also like,
Yeah,
come
make
on,
500
you know?
micro games instead of 200 or whatever.
Yeah, but I always love a good WarioWare game. They're always fun to play. Mario Party 9 is pretty bad, so that all works out. It's interesting how this worked out. Luigi's Mansion 1 versus Luigi's Mansion 2.
I mean, the first game, for sure.
Yeah, first game. Dark Moon is fine.
That's a very 6 out of 10 game.
Right. I was going to say 7, but...
I don't know, man. I just played both of them last year. Not even like the Switch one is that good.
Yeah, I played through 2 HD. That was the first way I actually beat that game.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's fine, but like it gets so dull
It's
at times.
very
and
slow.
like I understand the mission structure, and I understand they couldn't really do anything about that in like the remaster because it's just like that's so core to the game that like if you made it so then like, oh, when you beat a mission you just stay there and you just keep playing, and it's just like I think that would have taken a full-blown remake or just flat out at that point just make a new game, you know. Yeah, you know, I think it's okay.
It is very okay.
I think it's cool that, you know, the direction they took it in, because Luigi's Mansion 3 is good. And I think that's a bigger like rivalry there between 1 and 3, because I think they both do things good and they both do things different from each other. Luigi's Mansion 2 is just inferior to both, so I'm just like, you know, it's whatever. But I think the direction they took, making it more like puzzle based, like you're using the poltergust in like a puzzly kind of way. The original is more about the atmosphere, you know, and the adventure aspect of it.
It's very arcadey too. Like especially if you just like know what to do, you could beat the game in like 2 to 3 hours pretty easily.
Yeah, and you know, the fact that it's short, but I don't think it's also too short. Like it's a good length for like that game. Yeah. Of course, like if you're buying it for full price at the time, you're probably gonna feel like, okay, Jesus, like that was pretty short.
Not a great launch game, but definitely a good like side game to play.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially like as like a Halloween kind of game, because like so many people play it every year for Halloween, and the fact that it is it is decently short, like makes it easy to just be like, you know what, I'm gonna play Luigi's Mansion this year, and it's not a huge commitment, and it's a fun thing to blast through, and it's not like short like a WarioWare, like it's like 5 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But the first time you're playing, probably 5-6 hours. So I like that. Next up is Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga versus Mario Hoops 3-on-3. And I know you're a Hoops fan.
I am, but you know what? I'll give it to Superstar. I think that game is just because you know, you don't have to use touch controls to play. And Superstar Saga is just...
The touch controls were the big thing you loved about Hoops 3-on-3.
I know.
You're like,
I know.
Oh my God, it's so cool. And now
I
it's
love
just
it
like,
because
well...
it works so well. But at the same time, I would rather just play Superstar Saga.
I'd say this is still probably like the best Mario and Luigi game. It's up there with like Bowser's Inside Story, but I think just like I think they hit it out of the park their first time, you know?
We got to give it to Superstar Saga. Like, there's really just no debate on that one.
Well, we got another Battle of the RPGs here. This is actually really interesting
This
here.
is a close one. Yep.
Paper Mario the Origami King versus Mario and Luigi Brothership. Now, you beat Brothership. You beat both of these games, right?
Yep, I 100%, well, almost 100% Brothership, and then I beat Origami King.
Yeah, I've only gone a little bit into Brothership, and I got a good chunk into Origami King, so
yeah,
I trust your judgment on this one.
So, both of these games are very interesting because they both have pacing problems, where both of them just feel like they take too long to make progress. So, like, as an example, Brothership, it takes like 8 hours before the combat finally gets good and the story really gets good. Whereas Origami King, the story is really good throughout the entire thing, but the gameplay and the battle system is not very fun. Like, the ring system is fine. It's not great, but it's okay. But that also gets very old after a while Brothership's combat just gets better and better the more you go in. So, I think just because of that, I would give a slight edge to Brothership, especially because the ending to Brothership is incredible. It just you're basically fighting like Kirby bosses at the end. And then like the whole thing with like Reclusa is insane. Like his motive is like super, super dark for a Mario game. But like Origami King does have a great story too. So it's tough. But for me, I would give a slight edge to Brothership.
Yeah, I'd say Origami King is probably easier to just get into immedially.
Yes, definitely.
The battle system with Origami King just gets old after a while, to the point where it's just like none of this is necessary. And they made strives in Color Splash to be a little better. Like you do get like those little like hammer scraps or something like after a battle. So you do get like this weird sense of leveling up, because like your paint supply in Color Splash goes up, even if it doesn't make much of a difference. But hey, at least there's a reason to battle, even if it is very minute. Origami King brings it back to the sticker star setup of like you don't get anything for battling, like absolutely no reason to battle. You might as well just avoid everything. Brothership's battle system is a lot better, but I think it's mostly down to like, I think like what one game doesn't do very well, the other game succeeds in tremendously.
That's the best way to describe it. I mean, again, like up to me, I think just because Brothership's combat gets better and better as you go, and the ending is so good, I would give it to Brothership. But I could also see how some people would think Origami King is better just because the overall game is a little bit better paced, where Brothership takes freaking forever to get good. And I hate the games.
Yeah.
I hate when people say, like, oh, you just got to play the game for 20 hours before it gets good. Like, why? Why do I have to wait that long before the game gets... That's such a long time to dedicate yourself to something. So, I don't know. Even with that, I would still say Brothership's better.
Yeah, I mean, the bit I've played of Brothership so far, like, it is definitely a bit rough in the beginning. It's not like a bad game. It's just more so like this is pretty boring.
It's very slow.
This is taking a while. Battle system is great. Battle system is fun, but like, you know, actually like, getting through everything. And I think a big problem is that it's not the funniest game either. Like Mario and Luigi games are often known for like their humor and stuff, and this one is kind of like, you know, like they definitely subdue it a lot more.
There's not much humor at all. Yeah.
So it's just like that's a bit disappointing. And Origami King is also more subdued compared to like Color Splash, but it's still like, you know, it's still funny.
It's got some good jokes.
Again, I'm leaving it up to you. You beat both. You definitely have a better place to stand than I do on this one.
Yeah.
Just based on what I've played, I would probably pick Origami King, but I also haven't played enough of Brothership, so we'll see. This next one here,
I
think this one is also pretty easy. Yoshi's Island, the original Yoshi's Island in Game & Wario.
I mean, yeah, Yoshi's Island.
Yeah,
Of
Yoshi's
course.
Island. Yoshi's Island is one of the best games of all time, really.
Yeah, one of the best platformers of all time, even still.
Now, we're going back to Yoshi v Wario here with Wario Land Shake It versus Yoshi's Crafted World. I'm going to be honest, I think Wario Land Shake It.
Yes.
That game is gorgeous. It's a solid game. Yoshi's Crafted World is fine, but it is like a step back from Woolly World in every way, in my opinion.
I like Crafted World, but it's not as good as Wario Land Shake It. And even like the little bit of motion control shaking you have to do, it's very minimal. It's just for getting coins out of treasures. That game is beautiful. All 2D hand-drawn animation. and it runs at 60 FPS too. It's a great game. Yeah, shake it. That's got to be the one.
This is just a bloodbath right now.
This is no fair.
Yeah, the original Paper Mario versus Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
I mean, yeah, obviously Paper Mario for sure.
Yeah. Not even much of an argument to have there. All right.
Yeah.
Mario Party 1 versus Mario Golf World Tour.
I mean, I would say the first Mario Party. I love how unfair and mean that game is.
I like it too, but I will also say the boards in Mario Party 1 suck. They are not good. They are some of the worst boards in the classic series of Mario Party.
It is unfair. That is the point. That's why I love that game. No other game is afraid of bullying you besides Mario Party 1. Like, sometimes Bowser just takes a star from you. That's cruel. And I love it. That's why I love it, because it's so cruel.
I do too. I love that it's cruel.
But Mario Golf World Tour is great.
Yeah, that's the problem. Mario Golf World Tour is undeniably a fantastic golf game. Mario Party 1, like what I'm talking here is like the board design is so simple and small. Like Wario's Battle Canyon is just like 4 circles. The DK one is like whatever, just like it's just like a very straightforward path. You might have like one area you can go and that's about it. But I do love Mario Party 1 for just how stupid it is. Like this is an ironic one, to be honest. This is kind of like an ironic one for Mario Party 1 if we're picking Mario Party 1. Is like I like it because I hate it so much, you know?
Yeah, I'll let you pick this one, because I have such a strong bias against the first game. So whatever you think is a better pick.
I think if we want to be fair here, I think Mario Golf World Tour is probably the best Mario Golf game. To be perfectly
absolutely.
honest. It's the best Mario Golf, and like Mario Party 1 it's the best and the worst at the same time, you know?
Yeah.
It's the best Mario Party, it's the worst Mario Party. It literally hurts your hands, which is cool. That's what's cool about it. I think I gotta go with Mario Golf, just because, like, ugh.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I think that's a worthy contender.
I think it has to go, but, you know, we will have Mario parties later on. Okay, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle versus Yoshi's New Island. Yoshi's New Island is easy to clown on.
New Island is like it's like the fastest game to ever exist in people's minds. Oh, it's out. Okay, whatever.
Game's art style is weird. Like, it doesn't look that bad, but it's just like the music is weird in Yoshi's New Island. Again, like for the most part, I do think it is kind of overblown, that game being like bad. It's just kind of like whatever.
Yes. There's nothing to it. It has no identity of its own.
You can make do with it. You're going to have a completely competent 2D platforming experience. But it's just let's do the original Yoshi's Island again. That's pretty much it. And then they think like adding like the giant eggs or whatever would be like a big, like, oh well, we have that.
Oh, let's have metal eggs and you sink in the water.
Egg dozers. It's just like, who cares, man? Like this is like totally like some old man that's coming back trying to impress all the youngins. I'm just like, get away from me. Come back when you have like a fun arts and crafts aesthetic, like with Woolly World and Crafted World. And even then, I don't even care about Crafted World.
But Mario plus Rabbids is great. Really, really fun game.
Really solid game. We got Mario Kart Wii versus Mario Tennis Aces.
It's just no fair. Obviously, Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah, Tennis Aces is commendable. I think it has a cool gameplay setup of like, you know, it's like a fighting game, you know? But I almost think its setup makes it harder to jump into like other Mario Tennis games are, you know? Like with Mario's Power Tennis on the GameCube, you can just immediately start playing that. You can just pop it in. You can act like nothing ever happened. Mario Tennis Aces, you almost have to do like a little tutorial. You gotta relearn its mechanics. And I think for a Mario sports game, I think it's weird how a lot of these Mario sports games, they're trying to make them like really in-depth gameplay-wise. But because of that, I feel like they're skimping on the content.
Yeah, there's like nothing to play. That's what the problem with Mario Strikers on the Switch.
Yeah, and it's just like, I appreciate the in-depth gameplay, but it makes it harder to jump into for a fun little party game multiplayer night. And there's also not a ton to do. Like, it's just like, they're like, well, the gameplay is deep enough, so we can just not even worry about doing anything else, I guess. And I'm just like, bro, I don't know. Mario Kart Wii is great. I used to have a hatred for that game just because it was difficult as a kid. But
oh, I love that game.
I do really like it. Okay, again, a bit unfair.
I feel bad about this one.
Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door and Dr. Mario 64.
I mean, yeah, Thousand Year Door, but I really like Dr. Mario 64 a lot. It's not as good.
It has a funny storyline that's based on like Wario Land 3. Is it?
Yeah.
That's goofy. I like that. But it's Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. It's definitely probably the best Paper Mario.
Probably the best Mario RPG.
I would say so. I'm probably halfway through the Switch remake. This is my first time getting through it for the first time. Like, I played a good chunk of it before, but this is my way of beating it. And, yeah, it's pretty damn good. But, you know, I do see the value in, like, the other Paper Marios now. Like, obviously, Thousand Year Door is still the best. But, you know, like when it comes to, like, exploring and stuff, I think stuff like Color Splash and Origami King actually do that a little better.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Thousand Year Door is much more like linearly structured.
You're pretty much just walking forward in Thousand Year Door the whole time, but it's still a lot better. So,
oh yeah,
whatever. This one is actually also kind of interesting. Mario Golf Toadstool Tour versus WarioWare Get It Together on the Switch. The first WarioWare on Switch.
I would probably say Toadstool Tour. I like Get It Together. I like that it tried something different since you are controlling a character in the micro games and all the characters kind of have like different like stats. It's a really interesting way of going about it. I still think Toadstool Tour is more fun though.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to like I like WarioWare multiplayer, but WarioWare multiplayer is hard to be like a constant.
Yeah.
You know, in lives. Like, it's not like this is something that we're cracking out at every get together. Mario Golf is still probably not that, but like I feel like for a lot of friend groups it is. You can say the same about WarioWare, but I really love that game design-wise. I think Get It Together is really cool. The fact that you have all these different characters that all play so differently, but every micro game is designed to be beatable with each one, and then you can play all the micro games two-player. That's really cool. Like, it's really, really cool. They do a lot of cool things with that concept.
It's cool, but it's also kind of a drawback at the same time because some characters are really bad at the micro games, and it makes some of the micro games like really crappy to play. So it's a cool idea, but like,
and that is kind of part of the fun. You know, it is kind of like part of the. It does make WarioWare more hectic. Because, like, that's kind of the thing is, like, oh, God, like, I only have 5 seconds, I'm playing with this dude.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, oh, he's the worst. You know, I think that's definitely part of the fun, but it's also frustrating, and I think Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, like, it's that one in World Tour, like, those are the best Mario Golf games.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that's pretty much where it is.
Oh, man,
okay.
This next one.
This is weird, man. Wario Land 4... versus Mario Party DS. Now, I think I would probably go for Wario Land 4.
Yeah, me too. I love Mario Party DS to death. Wario Land 4 is just like it's the best Wario game in my opinion, but it's also one of the best platformers. Like, even on like the Game Boy Advance, one of the top ones.
Mario Party DS is cool, but Mario Party DS is a little more of a novelty rather than like a full-blown like, oh, you gotta play it, you know. It's more of like, oh, this is the Mario Party that many of you might have missed and you should try it out because it's like a traditional home console Mario Party and it has a cool gimmick, and it works pretty well on the DS. But that's kind of like the thing, you know. It's kind of similar to like what we were saying with Mario Party. Like, Mario Party is mostly interchangeable. Mario Party DS is a little different because it's not like you're gonna choose to play that over Mario Party 6. Like, being on a handheld does kind of make it hard to play it like the others, but it does make it more of a fun little novelty. But I think it's more in the novelty camp than like the truly amazing great game like Wario Land 4 is.
The way that Wario Land 4 kind of like innovates on platformers, it inspired Pizza Tower, which is a massive platforming game now, and I just love the idea of getting to the end of a level and then you have to like run back really quickly. I think that's just a really, really cool idea, just having to like replay the level in reverse. It's fantastic. Really, really great game.
Yeah, I think it definitely deserves that win. This one, I think we need to have a conversation. Super Mario Party versus Super Mario Party Jamboree.
Yeah, I mean, Jamboree, of course. I like Super Mario Party, but like Jamboree obviously is better in pretty much every way.
Super Mario Party is really easy to clown on, and I agree with all of it, but it's also like you can have a fine time with it. If you just suck it up, you can have a fine time with Super Mario Party 1. But Mario Party Jamboree is genuinely probably in the top 5 best Mario parties. I would say it's great.
Yeah, it's up there with the GameCube ones. I would say, which is good.
I think its only major flaw, the only problem with it is the minigame variety is a little lacking.
Yeah, it's because they do have a lot of mini games, but so many of them are dedicated to like specific things. So like all those weird like dancing ones are only in the dancing mode,
which I think is silly.
Which I mean, it's kind of
like,
cool, but I wish there was more mini games in the core gameplay.
I think my problem is like if you're gonna do these modes, I don't think they should take away from what you're doing with the core Mario Party mode. Like it should just be an additive. Instead, it's like, okay, we're gonna do this rhythm game mode, or we're gonna do like the Bowser's Kaboom Squad or whatever, like all these different modes. But it's just like they should be, once the Mario Party mode has like a sufficient amount of minigames, and it has a fine amount, but it's also like you're gonna replay the same ones like multiple times in usually a single game. And I think it's just kind of like, you know.
Yeah.
But I still love Jamboree. It's great. Again, this one's easy. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe versus Mario Sports Mix.
I mean, yeah, Mario Kart 8, of course. Obviously.
Yep.
What is there to really say? Not much.
Mario Kart 8 is undeniably possibly the best Mario Kart game. Just with the sheer amount of content, you know. So it's just like, all right.
All the tracks and yeah.
Okay, so we have Yoshi's Story versus Mario and Donkey Kong Minis on the Move, which is like the 3D overhead one that plays like Pipe Dream or whatever, where like you put the track in place and you know, the mini Mario moves automatically. That was a cute way to like do that, I guess. Like it was definitely something new for that franchise. It wasn't something new in general. Like games have existed like this for decades. It was like $10 on the 3DS eShop. I thought like it was a pretty good like eShop game. Like you got a lot of bang for your buck there. Yoshi's Story, to be fair, this is honestly like not the like easiest matchup, because Yoshi's Story is okay.
It has the same issue that I think Ziplash does, where you can't control what level you're going to play next. I don't know why Yoshi's Story did that. It's just super weird.
Yoshi's Story is a weird game.
It is very bizarre.
Like, it's sort of Yoshi's Island, but it's not.
Yeah.
And they do things differently. The way Yoshi controls is very, like it's almost like he's, like Flubber or something like that. I don't know. Like, he's just kind of, like...
weird. Yeah.
Like, he's very... maybe not slippery, but like more so like I don't know. He feels he doesn't feel bad, but it's a weird game, and like it's structured weird. Like it's all about like you don't have a designated end to the level. You just have to collect enough fruit.
I mean, it's an interesting idea,
but it makes it kind of like a weird follow up to Yoshi's Island. Like it's not. It feels like a side thing. It feels like an odd
game. It's like a
game.
Spin-off. Well, I mean, these are all It's a spin-off of a spin-off.
Spin-off of a spin-off. Spin-off of a spin-off of a spin-off, since Mario is a spin-off of Donkey Kong.
That's
just never ending, bro. That's why none of the Donkey Kong games are here, because I'm like, I don't know if this counts. Because this is the OG series. So.
I would count Mario vs. DK as a Mario game. I think it's closer to that than DK.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking like Donkey Konga and stuff.
Those are DK spin-offs.
Yeah, that's a Donkey Kong spin-off, and Donkey Kong is not a spin-off of Mario, so...
Out of these, I guess Yoshi's Story, because I don't want to play Mario and Donkey Kong.
Oh my god. You are such a sour sport with this franchise. You're just like, you don't want nothing to do with this damn thing. I'll give it its flowers. I'm like, yeah, this one is okay.
I mean, like I said, if I had to pick, I wouldn't pick the Mario and Donkey Kong games. You know, maybe I just have a sour taste in my mouth because, like, the Wii U era, I felt like they announced these stupid games every 3 seconds, and it didn't do anything else besides that.
But think about this. Now Yoshi's Story is going to have to go up against Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
It's either that or Mario and Donkey Kong's going up against
Mario
Kart
but
8
still.
Deluxe.
I know, either way, I just, you know...
I get, yeah.
Just wanted to bring you to reality here. It's going to happen.
I appreciate that.
Next up, we got Super Paper Mario versus Mario Kart Live.
Yeah, that's pretty easy. That's a Super Paper Mario pick for me. So, great game. Funny, we're doing this. I literally just 100% this game very recently. Not a great game to 100%. Actually, not fun at all to 100%, but just beating it normally, I think it's cool. It's really cool. I love that it kind of changes genres. You know, you got like a weird like dating simulator for a boss. You go back to like classic RPG, It's a platformer for most of it, and then there's like a whole level where you literally go to hell. Really, really cool story. It's a very bizarre game, but I dig it. I think it's pretty neat.
I think some of their funny little Paper Mario sticker star bullshit happened in this game. Started in this game though. There's like, isn't that section where you have to run on a treadmill for like a very long amount of time?
Well, you can do that. You don't have to do that. You're like
Okay.
what you're actually supposed to do. That you have to like look for a code to basically get through and skip that entire section. But yes, you could theoretically run the treadmill for like 10 hours or whatever to collect your million rubies.
I can see some of their dumb seeds getting planted there of sticker star, but I like Super Paper Mario.
Yeah,
of
I
just
like it.
just doing some little thing. They're like, wouldn't this be funny? And it's just like, you know. Speaking of which, WarioWare Smooth Moves versus Paper Mario Sticker Star. All right, so moving on. Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story versus Mario versus Donkey Kong Tipping Stars. All right, we got that one done.
Good talk.
Mario Power Tennis versus Mario versus Donkey Kong 2. All right.
I mean, yeah, power tennis.
This is rough. All right, yeah. Luigi's Mansion 3 versus Mario Paint. Luigi's Mansion 3 is a great game.
Yeah, I like Mario Paint, but definitely Mansion 3.
I mean, it's hard because Mario Paint isn't much of a game. I mean, you can do game things in it, you know. But
it's not really a fair thing to like match up because they're so drastically different. But at the end of the day, I would still say Mansion 3 is better. Just because it's just aged a lot better. I'd say there's more to do, but there's just more to it, I guess, than Mario Paint.
Even looking back at like what Mario Paint was back in the 90s compared to what Luigi's Mansion 3 was in 2019, I think Luigi's Mansion 3 was a better game in 2019 than Mario Paint was in 1992 or whenever it released, you know? Because like Mario Paint is cool, it's a creative thing, but I can even imagine like some kids getting that and being like, you know, like it's just like, you know. It's cool, but it's also like what you get out of Mario Paint as much as what you want to put into it, you know? Luigi's Mansion 3 is just a good game.
It's just a proper game.
And then we have Captain Toad Treasure Tracker versus Princess Peach Showtime. I think Captain Toad wins on that one.
Yes, it does.
Princess Peach Showtime is a game for young children. That's what it is, you know? No disrespect to it, but also, like I said, like I don't even know, like, at its ethos what this game is trying to do. There's no, like, core, like, this is what we want to do. We want to make this game. Like, it feels like they were told, make a Peach game. And that's what they had to do.
It just kind of exists. Yeah.
Yeah, like, what is the gameplay here? What are we doing? You know, it's like, oh, well, you put on a different costume and you just go through this level. Like, and you have maybe a new mechanic in this one. But, like, nothing necessarily feels all too great. The game runs poorly. And again, like, it's very easy. It's not very engaging. I don't hate the game, but it's also, like, it's not for me.
What I find interesting about, like, Captain Toad, since we barely touched on that, is that I find it funny there's 3 different versions, and all of them are different.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's the Wii U one, the 3DS one. Is so weird that's even on 3DS. And then the Switch one it removes the Wii U exclusive levels, adds in Switch levels, and then it adds in DLC that no one played. I think it's very fascinating that there's so many different versions of that game.
I bought that DLC just because I thought it's just like nobody ever played it.
I bought it too.
And
I don't remember it, but yeah, I think it was fun.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's not even like it's like, what's the point of this, man?
Yeah.
It was probably like for the younger developers of Nintendo to work on. You know, I feel like that would make sense. Like, hey, get your bearings on game design by making some Captain Toad stages. Oh, we have some new Captain Toad stages. Let's sell it as DLC. I bet that's what it was.
And it costs like $6 too, which is such a random price for DLC.
But the Switch version of that game ended up becoming like a really good version. Like, it was originally, like, it was fine. It was the Wii U game, but they took out some levels. They weren't great levels to begin with, but they were cool. Like, they were based on 3D World. But, you know, they replaced it with their own. But you have that damn cursor on screen at all times. I'm like, this is awful.
Yeah, it is. It's annoying. I still feel like it's the definitive version, regardless.
Oh, it is.
Even if the controls aren't quite as good.
Yeah, but, you know, it is what it is. We have officially gone over.
We're on the third bracket.
And some of these might be quick, but DDR Mario Mix versus Wario Land.
Okay, I still want DDR to go above this.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Above
honest. Wario Land
Land.
is like cool, but like I think like when it comes to Wario Land, I would much rather do Shake It or Wario Land 4. The original is cute, but even then, like I think Wario Land on the original Game Boy is more so supposed to be kind of like awkward and like a weird, bizarro version of Mario Land. Like it's kind of meant to like mess with your expectations. Like it's a lot slower. It's like all the music is super off key. Whereas like Wario Land 4 is just a damn good game. And like not saying Wario Land 1 isn't a good game, but like I think it almost it almost feels like a post of a game sometimes. With like it's just like, oh, it's like the Wario version of Mario Land. Wario Land 4 is more of its actual own game.
Yeah, because Wario Land 1 was just another platformer. Whereas DDR Mario Mix, again, Bowser doing backflips. I think it's got to move. It's amazing DDR Mario Mix has gotten this far. How has it gotten through this many brackets? That's a miracle.
Who knows? Who knows? It's getting to the end, man. This is crazy.
I don't think it'll make it to the end, but
we'll see. Super Mario RPG versus Mario Kart 64. I think probably Mario RPG ages better.
Yes. I would even the SNES version is better than Mario Kart 64.
I was about to say like I would like to play Mario Kart 64 over it, but like I played Mario Kart 64 again recently, and like it's just not as fun to play with friends. You know, it's like you can still have a good time, but it's just like it's the control and like everything. It just doesn't age as well. I respect the hell out of it, and I will always continue to play it at some points, you know. But yeah, I think Mario RPG just ages better.
Well, yeah, the battle mode is still great in Mario Kart 64, but everything else, even multiplayer, is like, just fine.
Yeah, Mario RPG, like, the remake didn't even do a ton to it gameplay-wise. Like, it did a couple things. But, like, for the most part, it's kind of just the SNES original, but with 3D graphics now. Like, full, not pre-rendered. That just shows it's just like, yeah, you know, it does age. It does age very well. Mario Kart Double Dash versus Mario versus Donkey Kong. Still my aching heart.
What a hard choice.
Yeah, all right. You get your wish, buddy. No more of these damn Donkey Kong games.
Stupid Mario versus DK games.
I like Mario versus Donkey Kong. Whatever. Next up, we got Mario Kart 7 versus Yoshi's Woolly World.
Okay, so here, I would say Woolly World, just because it's... I love Mario Kart 7. I think Woolly World really deserves the win here. It's such a fantastic platformer, and there's so much to it, too.
Yeah, I think Yoshi's Woolly World is really great. I love Yoshi's Woolly World. It's the best Yoshi game since Yoshi's Island. I feel like you can probably put those two neck and neck, and it's like it's a pretty close call. Mario Kart 7 is good. I like Mario Kart 7. But you know, Mario Kart 8 pretty much just dashes any reason to really go back to Mario Kart 7 outside of nostalgia purposes. Of like, oh, this is fun to go back to. I think overall, let's give it to Woolly World.
Yeah. I think so, too.
Next up, it's Mario Kart DS versus Mario Strikers Charged. I think this is also...
I mean, yeah. Mario Kart DS. Easily. Mario Kart DS.
You can be the biggest Mario Strikers, just little fanboy of all time. And, like, Mario Kart DS did wonders for that franchise. It's incredible. WarioWare GBA, Mega Micro Games, versus Luigi's Mansion 1.
Yeah, I mean, Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, 100%. WarioWare is good. I love WarioWare, but like Luigi's Mansion, I think WarioWare has always been just like a weird little Nintendo franchise. It does okay. Luigi's Mansion is like a sleeper hit, and I think Luigi's Mansion like absolutely just hit it out of the park with like creating just a new identity for Luigi that's just kind of like whatever. Like, and Wario definitely has an identity from WarioWare, but it almost feels like WarioWare is like a completely separate entity from the Mario games. Like, nothing really blends between the two. Luigi's Mansion did so much for like both Luigi's own franchise and the Mario franchise, and I think WarioWare is really fun, but I think Luigi's Mansion is more like, I don't know, it's just a great little experience.
Yeah.
And I love it. WarioWare is fun, but I also feel like there are better WarioWare games than the first WarioWare game.
WarioWare is weird because it's like, they're great games, but they're not replayable like Luigi's Mansion is. Especially the first game. The first Luigi's Mansion, you could replay that pretty much any time. You could knock it out in an afternoon if you know what you're doing. WarioWare is one of those games, you know, you can go back to, but like, you're not not something you really crave to do. Like maybe every few years you play a random WarioWare.
Yeah, I would say WarioWare is replayable in a different way, but you gotta want to.
Yeah.
You know, like it's got to be like, I want to get a high score.
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion is more like, oh, it's that time of year, especially around Halloween time. Like, it makes a lot of sense to do, like, all right, I'm going to play through Luigi's Mansion again. WarioWare, how many times it's just like, it's my yearly replay-through of WarioWare Mega Micro. You can replay WarioWare 1 every day. It's an hour long. Like, it's pretty easy to do that. And it's just like, I still don't, you know, like, I love WarioWare. I love it, but it's also like, you know, compared to Luigi's Mansion, I think Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, it doesn't stand a chance.
All right, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga versus Brothership. I think we'll give that to Superstar Saga.
Definitely Superstar. Yep, not much to say about
Superstar
that.
Saga doesn't really have a ton of problems with it. It's just a solid,
Not really, no.
simple RPG. Brothership has problems.
Brothership, if it was paced better, if Brothership was a faster paced game, if the dialogue was better condensed, it could be better than Superstar Saga, honestly. And if the combat got interesting quicker, it would have a chance. But because it is so, like, just sloggy, Superstar Saga definitely beats it.
I think if Brothership was also a little funnier too. You
Yeah,
know, like that's just
humor.
an identity thing with Mario and Luigi. Like, you need to have some humor, man. Like, that's how it is with these games. Yoshi's Island versus Wario Land Shake It?
Yoshi's Island,
man.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Wario Land Shake It is very cool, but...
Actually, these are both kind of... If it was Wario Land 4, it'd be closer.
Yeah. Yoshi's Island has a unique art style, and it also has unique gameplay. Wario Land has a good art style and good gameplay, but I think Yoshi's Island was, like, more groundbreaking, and it's still, like, amazing. Like, playing that game on a Super Nintendo, it's incredible they got that on a Super Nintendo, you know?
Yeah.
Wario Land is just a solid game, I think, you know? It's nothing. Honestly, and I say this with all the love in the world, this is tough love. Wario Land Shake It, it's nothing that special. It's just a solid little game.
Okay, look.
It's not that special.
I'll say this. I think some people would probably say Wario Land Shake It's better than Yoshi's Island.
Some people would probably say Mario vs. Donkey Kong is better than Double Dash.
Those people are crazy. I don't trust them.
You can say some people would say anything about anything on this list.
I'm just saying, I think there's a lot of Shake It fans out there that might prefer it over Yoshi's
It made
Island.
it this far.
Hey, you know, you're right.
It made it this far.
It made it past a couple brackets.
It did, and I love it. I love Wario Land Shake It, but compared to Yoshi's Island, I think Yoshi's Island was more special.
Yeah.
Like, it did a lot more unique things.
Yeah, I agree.
Paper Mario versus Mario Golf World Tour.
Yeah, I mean, Paper Mario. Mario Golf is great, but...
I like Mario Golf, but Paper Mario is Paper Mario. You know, it's more... It's hard with the RPGs or the more, like, in-depth games. You know, when they go against something like a sports game. Like, the sports games are fun, but... It's kind of hard for them to be, like...
to compete with an RPG.
Yeah, like a big single-player epic game. Like regardless of how good a multiplayer game is, usually the single-player games have, like, a greater, like, legacy in terms of, like, oh, this is the best game of all time, you know, stuff like that. Mario plus Rabbids versus Mario Kart Wii. Now, it's funny that I just said that, because I'm going to pick the multiplayer game.
This one... Okay, I mean,
Mario Kart Wii is better.
I'm going to pick Mario Kart Wii, but, like... We gotta give props to Mario plus Rabbids. Like, this is a game that shouldn't exist, and not only that, it shouldn't be as good as it is. Because Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, especially Sparks of Hope, its sequel, at least playing that game is totally worth it. It is a very unique strategy game, especially if you're not into strategy games, it's a great game to play, to maybe see if you like the genre or not. So, I gotta give props to that, but is it better than Mario Kart Wii? Probably not. Probably not.
As good as Mario plus Rabbids is, like, the strategy gameplay is excellent in that game. And like you said, like, it's a great beginner's game for that, which I think a lot of the Mario RPGs are supposed to be like that. They're supposed to be like, this is an RPG for people who don't play RPGs, you know, or haven't played an RPG yet.
Yeah. And
I think Mario plus Rabbids does a good job introducing players to, like, a strategy RPG. With that being said, Mario Kart Wii is just one of, like, it was one of the most popular games ever, and it's still incredibly fun to play today. Even though, like, you can look at stuff like Mario Kart 8 and be like, oh, you know, you can just play that. Mario Kart Wii is still so fun with how bullshit it is, and how difficult, and the item balance, and the tracks in that game are great. You know, Mario Kart Wii. Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah,
I would probably give it to that.
You got to give it to that. 100%.
All right, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door versus Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. All right,
boy.
buddy.
What's it going to be?
Yeah, Wario Land 4 versus Super Mario Party Jamboree.
This is Wario Land 4 for me.
Yeah, I think Wario Land 4 takes it. I mean, Super Mario Party Jamboree is fantastic. But I think Wario Land 4 is just a masterclass in 2D platformers.
Yeah, I mean, for everything that Jamboree gets right, it does have some faults with... We even brought it up earlier. You get a lot of repeat minigames, but Wario Land 4 is great throughout the entire thing. There's barely any flaws with Wario Land 4.
I think its biggest flaw is that it's short.
Yeah, it is fairly short. Yeah, that's a good point.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe versus Yoshi's Story.
Oh, man.
Huh.
What are we going to pick?
All right. Super Paper Mario versus WarioWare Smooth Moves. This might be a little closer, maybe.
I would still say Super Paper Mario.
Yeah, Super Paper Mario isn't perfect. It definitely has its problems. WarioWare Smooth Moves is potentially the best WarioWare game.
That and like WarioWare Gold are my personal favorites. I have a lot of great memories with Smooth Moves as a kid, but I would still say Super Paper Mario has the edge just because like it has a really compelling story. It is very unique. Whereas Smooth Moves, it's something fun to play every once in a while. It even has decent multiplayer, but I wouldn't say it's as good.
All right, just letting all these damn RPGs win these brackets.
I'm sorry.
What's next? Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story versus Mario Power Tennis? Oh, yeah, I wonder what's going to win.
Would you really put Mario Power Tennis over Bowser's Inside Story? With a straight
Bowser's
face.
Inside Story is potentially considered one of the best Mario RPGs compared to a pretty fun tennis game. Yeah. Okay, this one is a little more interesting. Luigi's Mansion 3 versus Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Now, both are great.
They are.
Captain Toad is more obviously like a simpler, smaller game. Probably a little more on a budget. Just because like it is a budget game. It was only like $40 throughout its life. Luigi's Mansion 3 is this big, AAA, 3D, adventure game.
I mean, I would give it to Mansion 3.
Yeah, I would give it to Mansion 3. I would say Captain Toad, I feel like is a little more of like a fully rock solid game from beginning to end in terms of like it doesn't really get like I would say there are certain elements of Mansion 3 like the combat in Mansion 3 isn't the greatest. Like the whatever, how you use your vacuum, because you have the slam move, and that honestly kind of ruins a bit of it, It just kind of turns it into like a button masher.
Yeah, look, the thing is, I love the slam move. I think the mechanic is great. The problem is it's too strong, because you can just kill everything with slamming,
I would say that, yeah.
And it's not very much like actually sucking up the ghost. Like, yeah, sure, you have to do that to start, but a lot of the actual attack is the slam move. But even still, just the game is absolutely gorgeous. It's so interactive. Like, it's so much fun to really dig through every single room, try to find all the secret gold coins and whatnot, and all the floors are really fun to explore. A couple of them are a little slow, like the desert floor takes a little while to get through. Could have been paced a little bit better, but overall, I think Mansion 3 is fantastic.
Yeah, I think Captain Toad is probably like a more... And this makes it sound like Luigi's Mansion 3 isn't a consistent experience, but like I think Captain Toad is a more consistent experience, but I think Luigi's Mansion 3 has higher highs. Much higher highs. Like
that's a good way to put it.
You don't remember a ton of specific moments in Captain Toad other than this is a fun little puzzle game, And Luigi's Mansion 3 I feel like is more rocks, like is more like, oh my god, like you remember certain things about that. It looks gorgeous. Captain Toad looks gorgeous too, but
it is a puzzle game at the end of the day, but it is a really, really good one.
All right, we're getting to the bottom of the barrel here.
Bracket 4.
We're pretty damn close here. DDR Mario Mix versus Super Mario RPG.
Man, you know what? I hate to say it. I think the streak of DDR has to come to an end at this point, but I don't want it to. But I mean, the Mario RPG is just fantastic, especially like the Switch remake. There's just not much. As much as I love DDR, how much fun it is to play, it's also 1 hour long.
They got that fun little mini game where you get to do a little whack-a-mole.
That's true.
With your feet.
But you also have Big Yoshi and Mario RPG. Can't forget about that.
Waluigi is the villain of DDR Mario Mix. That's interesting.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Booster licks Peach's tears in Mario RPG. Mario gets kissed by Booster and Bowser in the game. There's a lot of highlights.
So what are you
to Mario
trying
RPG.
to say here?
I'm trying to say that I'm I'm going through the 5 stages of grief knowing that we cannot put DDR any higher because I love that game. That's what's happening.
But here's the thing. I think it completely deserved its reign for a while now, but I don't think it deserved... Like, what? Was this ever going to win?
No,
Was
absolutely
this ever going to win
not.
Best Mario spin-off?
It's a miracle it got this far. It really is.
Yeah,
I'm proud of it.
I think many people would consider it to be the worst Mario spin-off, you know? And,
Well, they're wrong.
Not many. Probably some would at least consider it at bottom of the barrel or one of the lesser ones. So I think you know, it had its time, but I think Super Mario RPG is just more has more of a very you know, it's a better game.
There's more to it. Yeah.
Yeah, Mario Kart Double Dash versus Yoshi's Woolly World.
Okay, this is hard.
Yeah, that's a little weird. I mean, to be fair, what I talk more about Mario Kart Double Dash than Woolly World. You know, like on a day-to-day basis. Double Dash gets brought up more. People have more fond memories of Double Dash. Yoshi's Woolly World is a solid game.
It's one of the best Wii U games. And I think it's because it was on the Wii U and a lot of people didn't play it. They don't realize how great Woolly World really is. But also Double Dash is Double Dash. So, man, this is hard. I don't know what I would put. I actually have no idea.
This will be me being negative about Woolly World.
Okay.
I think the graphics are great, but I think something like Kirby's Epic Yarn does more with the yarn aesthetic. I think for the most part, Woolly World is a little more just like, you know, in the background you just see like, oh, it's supposed to be plains, but you know, you just got a couple of hills made out of a ball of yarn. Kirby's Epic Yarn looks a little more like you opened up a genuine scrapbook and they kind of thought things through a little bit more.
Yoshi does that too, though, because a lot of times Yoshi will like eat like parts of the ground, and then it will unravel and reveal new areas. They're actually both very similar in level structure.
That is true. I would just say, like, art style wise, I think Kirby's Epic Yarn does more with the yarn aesthetic than Yoshi's Woolly World does. Woolly World is a little more like, it's just a cool design aesthetic. Like, it looks very nice.
Yeah.
I'm just, man, I'm trying to make this decision work.
Here's my counterpoint. There is a Wii U Yoshi skin. A Wii U Yoshi skin in that game.
That is fun. And the amiibo support in Yoshi's Woolly World is great.
Especially in the 3DS remake, which we're not talking about that one, but still, they're really good in both games.
Okay, well, let's say what made a bigger lasting impact on their respective franchises?
Well, I mean, Mario Kart's bigger, but like, I'm just trying to think gameplay-wise.
But like in terms of like what happened with Yoshi after Woolly World.
I mean, we got Crafted World.
And Crafted World kind of sucks by comparison.
It wasn't great. Yeah.
It's okay. It's a fine game, but like I think you know, you got a Woolly World stage in Smash Brothers. Didn't even come over to Ultimate, but it's there.
There's a Woolly... No, I was going to say Woolly World skin in Ultimate, but no, just a Crafted World skin.
And Crafted World left a bigger impact.
Yeah, but it was on the Switch. This is a Wii U game.
I know.
You're being so mean to Yoshi's Woolly World.
Woolly World I do love, but like, what am I probably going to play... What am I more likely to be like, yep, I'm down to play that? It's always going to be Mario Kart Double Dash, but that's probably a factor of it being Mario Kart in a multiplayer game that's easy to pick up and play.
Yeah.
Woolly World is easy to pick up and play too, but you know what I don't like about Woolly World?
What else?
You remember levels in Woolly World where you're going through doors and like it's kind of like a bit of a brain teaser to figure out where you're supposed to go?
Yeah. I remember those.
I don't like that. I don't like that stage. Some stages go on a little long.
You get like 86 skins. Like so many great skins in Woolly World that you can unlock.
The way you're talking here, I feel like you want to vote for Woolly World.
I kind of do. Well, I don't know. I love Double Dash. This is like the hardest decision of my life. I don't know what to pick.
I don't really either. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. Double Dash left a bigger impact on my life. I played through Woolly World once and I was like, that was great. Haven't super played through it again. I played a bit of the 3DS version. And I'm like, this is cool. But
Woolly World is just like the more fun pick. That's why I'm like edging towards it.
There's a bit more game to Woolly World. Like it's a pretty full game.
It is.
Get some cool unlockables.
Yep.
It looks really nice. Mario Kart Double Dash also looks very nice.
Yeah, it's aged pretty well for what it's worth.
Gun to your head, what do you want to play right now?
I mean, it could change depending on the day. I would probably want to do Woolly World, but tomorrow it could be Double Dash.
I'm going to be honest, just based on what I'm thinking right now. Like I said, like Double Dash is great, but I'm thinking about it, you know, like, yeah, I do think Mario Kart Wii is a bit better. I think they
it is
tighten things
too.
up in Mario Kart Wii.
100%.
I like how Double Dash looks more. Like, I don't like the bloom and all that stuff in Mario Kart Wii. But yeah, I just think the feel of Mario Kart Wii is better. So I think Mario Kart Double Dash is more of like a love for the concept and just the memories of that game, rather than, oh, it's so great right now. Like, it's a great game, but I think future Mario Karts just feel a lot better and are a little more fun to just jump right back into. I think
agree.
Woolly World might be. I think I'm picking Woolly World.
It barely edges over Double Dash, but not by much.
Yeah, and it depends on the day too.
Yeah.
Could be tomorrow. Like, we're just like, wow, that was stupid.
Well, why would we do that?
Jesus. Mario Kart DS versus Luigi's Mansion 1.
All right. Well, I mean, my nostalgia bias, I'm gonna pick Mario Kart DS, but I also know Luigi's Mansion is fantastic.
Luigi's Mansion is great.
It's such a short game. It's great the whole way through. It's great, but so is Mario Kart DS. Like most of the tracks in DS are fantastic. The mission mode is really fun. I mean, I've already talked about this.
And it's weird because they're both early titles in their respective consoles' lives. But
Yeah.
Mario Kart DS, you wouldn't be able to tell if it is so fully featured. They jam-packed this thing.
They really did. It was revolution. I think it was the first Wi-Fi or first online Nintendo game. It's Mario Kart DS.
And I think Luigi's Mansion is great, but I think Luigi's Mansion is more like really nice because of like the atmosphere is really great, and it's the shortness does make it fun to blast through quickly, and
It's very
Mario Kart DS
replayable.
is just a flat out great Mario Kart game. I think Luigi's Mansion more so has to, like, the love I have for Luigi's Mansion is more so down to just the concept and the game being a fun game to blast through. But Mario Kart DS is just a flat-out amazing Mario Kart from head to toe.
It makes it hard because they're both very replayable.
And like, Mario Kart DS also may not age very well in certain aspects. Like, I think, like, control-wise, still, like, Mario Kart Wii is going to be better, and
Yeah, but the drifting is better in DS. You don't have to
You get
wait
the
for your
snaking.
drift. Yes, you can snake in DS, which some people might say is a negative because that means if you want to be good at the game, you have to learn how to snake. But the fact that you have more control of your drift, I think, is just more enjoyable.
Listen, man, I think I'm going with Mario Kart DS.
Yeah, I think we got to do DS, which it feels really bad because Luigi's Mansion is great. But you know what? It made it pretty far. It got very far.
It made it very far. Well, that brings us to Mario and Luigi's Superstar Saga versus the original Yoshi's Island.
Okay, this is hard. I mean, this is one of those where I could switch my opinion any day.
Yoshi's Island, I grew up with. I didn't grow up with Superstar Saga, so I probably have some bias here.
I grew up with Yoshi's Island too, but even playing Superstar Saga as an adult, it's one of the best Mario games just in general.
I would say Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga might be in the running for, like, the best Mario RPG, honestly, just because of just how everything is just so tightly packaged into this game to just be, like, just a great experience, Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's not too chatty, but it's also funny. It has a good story. It's simple. The battle mechanics are great.
Music's really, really good.
Yeah, and like, even then, with a lot of the Paper Mario games, like, every one of them has flaws, and like, every game has flaws, but like Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, it's harder to find a lot of those flaws. It's just such a tight game.
I think we got to do Superstar Saga.
If it came down to like Yoshi's Woolly World versus Yoshi's Island, ugh, that's tricky.
I'm glad we're not doing that one.
Might have given it to Yoshi's Island just because it was the first one, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Paper Mario 1 versus Mario Kart Wii.
I think we got to do Mario Kart Wii. I mean, I really
Yeah,
like
Paper Mario's good, but it's also very simple and
It
like
is simple. There are also a couple of chapters that are a little long. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, every RPG has its long feeling moments. But if we're comparing both these games together, probably say Mario Kart Wii has a bit of an edge on it.
I think Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door just takes everything the original Paper Mario did and pretty much just expands upon it all.
Yeah.
It kind of takes everything that felt a little like just not a little too simple in the original Paper Mario, and it expands it into like this full-fledged out, like, everything in Thousand Year Door feels like it's doing everything it needs to. Outside of, like, yeah, I think the exploration could have been a little better like it is in future games, but it's still not bad, I would give it to Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah, I think it deserves it.
Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door versus Wario Land 4.
I mean, either way, this is This is just murder on one of these games.
I would give it to Thousand Year Door, to be honest.
Yeah, I think we have to. I mean, Wario Land 4 is, again, probably my favorite Wario game, but it is also pretty short. But, I don't know, Thousand Year Door, I think it's got to take it.
I think Thousand Year Door is a little easier to just for anybody to pick up and appreciate, you know?
Yeah.
Wario Land 4 might be a little weird. You know, like, if you get into it, you get into it, you know? But I can imagine, I can see why some people would be like, you know, it's okay. It's not my thing. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, I think is just pretty damn good, like for everybody. Like I think it's an RPG anybody can play and be like, yeah, this is great. You know, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe versus Super Paper Mario.
Yeah, this is gonna be Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, that's boring. Okay.
Yeah.
Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story versus Luigi's Mansion 3. My immediate thought is it might be Bowser's Inside Story. Like, that's kind of my immediate thought, but, like, I don't know.
I would probably say that.
Luigi's Mansion 3 is, like, a full-blown AAA game. Like, it's, like, really, like, it's really well done.
But Bowser's Inside Story is also that. It's just on the DS. It was a huge game for the time. It's still a fantastic game to go back to. Like, I might even say Bowser's Inside Story is slightly better than Superstar Saga. But is it as good as Luigi's Mansion 3?
I feel like, I'm going to be honest, and like obviously the impact, in quotes, the impact of both of these is hard to gauge because Bowser's Inside Story is old enough to be like my childhood game, you know, stuff like that. Luigi's Mansion 3, I mean, it's getting there. You know, you think about it, it's just like 2019 is like over half a decade at this point.
It still feels fresh, though.
Yeah, and like that's just, you know, we're getting older, you know, years are going by quicker, graphics look better, so it's just like, yeah, I mean, that game still looks great, and, you know, but like, it's old, man. But, yeah, I feel like the impact Bowser's Inside Story left will always be greater than Luigi's Mansion 3.
I think so, too. I mean, you literally go inside of Bowser.
my greatest dream. I really like Luigi's Mansion 3, but
yeah,
I think Bowser's Inside Story takes the cake there.
I agree.
All right. We're down to last couple of rounds. Super Mario RPG versus Yoshi's Woolly World. I think we might have to give it to RPG.
I think we need to give it to that, too.
But again, you know, if we're talking about lasting impact...
I mean, yeah, Mario RPG by a long shot. But it's also just an older game.
Well, it also did much more new things at the time. Woolly World, it doesn't really do anything new, you know? Like, it's good. But, like, it's just a really solid Yoshi's Island game. Like, that's what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah. All right, we'll give it... I think Mario RPG makes sense.
Next up, we have Mario Kart DS versus Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga.
I have the bias to Mario Kart DS. I would pick that. But Superstar Saga is also great. Like, we're getting to the point where all these games are like 9 out of 10s or 10 out of 10 games. So it's so hard to pick.
I would probably also say Mario Kart DS. Not to take away from Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, but I just feel like Mario Kart DS is literally, like, still, like, looking at that game again, and obviously, like, a lot of the content in that game is in, you know, modern Mario Kart games of like, oh, it starts with 32 tracks, oh, it has online play, oh, it has this. But even then, man, you have all that, and then you have mission mode, and then you have like a silly little emblem creator. You have just a fun character in with Rob. You also have DS download play. You can just hand it off to, you know, you can play with other people without them needing to buy anything. There's so much stuff with this thing, man.
I think it's got to go to Mario Kart DS.
Mario & Luigi has the Mario Brothers arcade game included.
Oh,
which is
crap.
incredible.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, that game, that remake is awesome.
Oh, 100. It's the best way to play it.
So both of them are pretty stacked in terms of content.
DS has the edge just because it is more replayable than Superstar Saga, given the fact that it is just racing compared to an entire RPG. Because like RPGs, once you play them, you know, like halfway through, you start to feel the tiredness. Or Mario Kart DS, you never really feel that. It's just kind of like enjoyable the whole way through.
Yeah, that's true. There's not really a low point in Mario Kart DS. You can criticize parts of it.
Yeah, sure. Like you said, like the graphics aren't great. Like looking at like DK's mouth is horrifying.
But it's also slightly charming.
Yeah, exactly. No,
it's also kind of charming.
Well, yeah, let's give it to Mario Kart.
It is how it is, man.
Oh my God, this next one.
This one kind of sucks.
Okay, this one sucks a lot.
Mario Kart Wii versus Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Now, I'm just gonna say right now,
Okay.
I think Paper Mario wins. I think Mario Kart Wii is great, but also, like, think about all the things that are great about Mario Kart DS. Mario Kart Wii pretty much just has, like, it is just a really fun Mario Kart game. That's what Mario Kart Wii is at the end of the day. That's all it kind of has going for it, in my opinion. It's just a really fun Mario Kart. It has good tracks. It has good stuff, but...
Yeah, it doesn't add a lot compared to DS. So,
No.
like, it adds motorcycles. That's the main thing it adds. Plus, like, new characters, sure.
What did motorcycles add to Mario Kart Wii? It honestly broke the game. Like there's no reason to pick the carts in Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah.
And I mean, overall, like Mario Kart Wii is just like it's just a good Mario Kart game. It's fun, and that's about it. Paper Mario still holds up as like a fantastic RPG adventure game. It's incredible. It's fantastic. And, like, I think you can remake Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. If you remade Mario Kart Wii, it would still be really good. But, like, comparing the two, like, if we had a Mario Kart Wii remake...
It wouldn't be as exciting.
Yeah, it would be like, oh, that's great. I love Mario Kart Wii. But Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door is, like, freaking out, man. You know?
Yeah.
And, of course, that's obviously because it's just, like, you know, Mario Kart Wii, a lot of the tracks were remade in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Mario Kart World. You know, Paper Mario is an RPG, so it's just like, you know, it's a different experience, you know. You get a different reaction out of it.
I think we got to give it to Thousand Year Door just because it really strives to be something different compared to Mario Kart Wii, which is another Mario Kart, even though it is a fantastic Mario Kart.
Yeah. It's incredibly fun, which brings us to this, which is Mario Kart 8
God.
Deluxe versus Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. Now, here's the thing. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is definitely is one of the best packages of all time with the DLC and everything.
Yeah, 96 tracks.
With that being said, it became that just as a fluke, you know, like it's just like, oh, you know, like, hey, let's do DLC for the Wii U game. Well, now it's at 48 tracks. Oh, we have the Switch coming out. We need a Mario Kart game at launch. Let's just port Mario Kart 8 and let's fix the battle mode. Okay, so that's great now. And then years down the line, they're like, oh, well, while we're working on a new Mario Kart game, we have all these tracks from Tour. We have all these assets made for Tour. Let's reuse it. It got to this point because of just a bunch of happy coincidences, I think. But doesn't matter. It is one of the greatest packages of any video game ever. Bowser's Inside Story is a fantastic RPG, and I don't know what is better here.
It's difficult because it's funny because this is kind of like you could almost have the same argument with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, whereas with Mario Kart Wii, how you were saying, oh yeah, it's just there's not as much to do in it compared to like Thousand Year Door. It's not as impactful. But Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, even though it is so similar to Wii, I think the fact that it has so many tracks and it literally stood the test of time for over a decade before getting a new one. I think for that reason alone, it probably should win, even though I really, really like Bowser's Inside Story a lot.
Well, I'm also thinking about like Mario Kart 8 when it launched on Wii U in 2014. Like, it was awesome. Like,
it was
like,
incredible.
Incredible.
It was such a huge jump in like graphical fidelity.
And like you can look back at Mario Kart Wii and you can see like a lot of elements, you know, that were there that just went over to Mario Kart 8, you know, so it's just like, you know, you can make that argument, but like I just think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe just became like literally a force to be reckoned with. Like you can't beat that.
Yeah.
You know? You can't.
Yeah, I don't think you can. I think we got to give it to 8 Deluxe.
All right.
Oh my god.
Get to the bottom of the barrel here. Super Mario RPG versus Mario Kart DS.
I want to give it to Mario Kart.
Yeah, I would rather play Mario Kart DS right now than Super Mario RPG, but that's just my bias because I'm not that into RPGs. But and like overall, when it comes to RPGs on this list, I would prefer to play Paper Mario Thousand Year Door to Mario RPG. With that being said, Super Mario RPG I think holds up very well. The fact that the remake is pretty damn faithful, I think proves that it holds up very well. And Mario Kart DS added so much, but like at the end of the day, think about it, we also have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the list. And what would win in this regards, you know?
That's hard to say. We might have to find out soon. If that's what we end up picking.
We might.
But I mean, I would probably vote Mario Kart DS, which is really painful to say because I love Mario RPG, but I think we have to do that.
I think I would too. And, like, you know, I respect the hell out of Mario RPG, but Mario Kart DS, I think it's literally the best Mario Kart, sans all the stuff they added to Mario Kart 8, because, like, that has the benefit of being, like, more modern, so they could add all this DLC and stuff. They could keep adding to it. They could keep updating it. Mario Kart DS, as it is, was pretty damn perfect, you know?
Yeah, it really is.
Had its problems, but it's pretty damn perfect overall.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Paper Mario, The Thousand Year Door versus Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Probably say Thousand Year Door. Slightly better than 8 Deluxe. But that's definitely just like I mean, it's hard to not be biased at this point, because these are all the games that are like 10 out of 10s for me.
I think it's also like we've played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for like 10 years.
Yeah, the fatigue is setting in.
It's kind of like, you know, I think that takes away from how incredible of a package it is overall.
Thousand Year Door is also an incredible package, though.
There's so much to it, man. It's a big game. Like, it is such a full, fleshed out adventure. And I don't think it's completely fair to be like, well, Mario Kart, you could play forever. It's just like, well, yeah, because it's a multiplayer game and it's all about, like, just racing.
Right.
And it's different every time. So it's just like, yeah. But, like... And, like, it's not like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has, like, many flaws.
There's not much single player. Single player is pretty meh.
But there's also no multiplayer. You could say Paper Mario has a pretty bad multiplayer mode.
Well, I mean,
because there
is none. But you could say, like, the side quests are pretty annoying, because there is a lot of backtracking for the side quests in Thousand Year Door. So if you're going for 100%, that does, I would say, like, lower the game's quality down. But if you're just playing it casually, you're just beating it, it's one of the best Mario games of all time.
Both of these games will be everlasting, in my opinion. Because even with the existence of Mario Kart World, like, there's a reason why Mario Kart World's base package doesn't include, like, many Mario Kart 8 tracks or anything. Or, like, tracks remade for the Booster Course Pass. There's a couple overlapping, but, like, overall, you can tell they kind of went for stuff. Because they know Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is still going to sell. And it's still going to be, like, relevant.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, oh, if you want a more basic Mario Kart game with a bunch of tracks, here you go.
I think we got to go with the Thousand Year Door.
Now, are you saying that because Mario Kart DS also won the last one?
No, I'm saying that because I think it's a more interesting package, because 8 Deluxe is like the absolute. It's basically like the perfect Mario Kart. It's what you would expect out of Mario Kart, whereas Thousand Year Door is something that is very unique and different, but it was also like one of the perfect Mario RPG.
It's more of like a fully fleshed out experience as it is. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is something that you could just keep adding crap to.
Just do a million tracks.
And eventually, like, the Booster Course Pass is great, but, like, also, like, the art style is completely different from the base game. Like, you know, like, you can just keep adding it. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a delicious but kind of gross looking sandwich at this point. Like a Scooby-Doo ass looking sandwich.
Yeah, it's getting too tall. You got to remove some of the toppings.
That's why with something like Mario Kart World, that's probably why they were like, hey, let's not do customizing kart parts, because, like, what's the point at this point? We can just make better, just fully designed karts or something, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, Paper Mario. Okay.
I think we have to do Paper Mario, because it's going to make this final show-off so hard to pick.
Weird. Paper Mario, the Thousand Year Door versus Mario Kart DS, which is weird, because I would say Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, unbiased-wise, is probably the best Mario Kart, but I think overall, like, with impact and just overall, just, like, what it did at the time, and just being just a fully fleshed-out experience, I think this is fair. Paper Mario, the Thousand Year Door versus Mario Kart DS.
I think what makes picking so hard is both of these games really tried to really push the envelope. Because Thousand Year Door got crazy with the story. They really improved the combat in every way compared to 64. Game runs a lot better, all that stuff. Mario Kart DS just has, like, all those extra modes, all the extra characters, the retro tracks. Well, I mean, the retro tracks are in Super Circuit, but they're actually properly remade in Mario Kart DS.
Both were incredibly ambitious, like, sequels or successors to their previous games.
Yeah.
Very ambitious games. Both released around the exact same time, too. Like, 2004, 2005. Paper Mario holds the test of time, I think. much better.
I would say a little bit better. Yeah.
Mario Kart DS, it's still fun to go back to, but like overall, like I do think other Mario Karts improved upon it, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe not in terms of like everything it does. Like I still think like, you know, certain things it does is like still like, oh, that's really cool. But Paper Mario hasn't really been, the Thousand Year Door hasn't really been improved upon.
Yeah, there has not been a better Paper Mario, even to this day. They've just kind of gotten worse or just kind of stayed the same in terms of quality.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking here?
We're going to give it to Thousand Year Door, I think. Can you
I think
believe
so,
that?
man.
Can you believe that? An RPG made it to the top.
Can you believe that? The game that everybody's been squawking about for 10 years plus at this point, being the best Mario spin-off, won the best Mario spin-off bracket here.
Yeah, here we are.
And a lot of these could definitely be contested, but I think overall, I mean, like, it's hard, man. It's hard to put a bunch of single-player and multiplayer games up against each other. But, you know, I mean, and, like, talk to me on a different day, you know? But I think overall, I think Paper Mario Thousand Year Door wins this out. If you've played it, and if you've played the remake, I think it's really easy to see, like, how incredible the game really is. I think it's a phenomenal game.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, look, if we had jumbled around this bracket any differently, even DDR Mario Mix could have won. But unfortunately, it had to pair up against Thousand Year Door. So,
well, damn.
What
Well,
can you
then,
say
all
about
right.
that?
Let's do a little alternate history lesson here. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door versus Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix.
I mean DDR Mario Mix, obviously.
No, yeah, I knew you'd do that, you little, you little gremlin.